What is good, YouTube? What is good? Welcome into the show. Once again, Last Word Productions. As you all know, I'm your host, Tavares Wilson, and I always get the last word. We got another member joining in. Welcome in. But as always, man, we got the usual guys here, man. Got my boy Breeze in the building. What's up, my boy? How you feeling tonight?
Yeah, man, I'm feeling good, man. What's up with everybody? What's good with y'all?
All right, chilling. We got my boy Will in the building. What's good, my boy?
Feeling good, bro. 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna be heading to Cancun. I'm on my way to meet the Steelers there.
Okay. All right, we got Quincy in the building, man. Hot take Q, man. What's going on?
Man, how y'all doing? How y'all doing, man? My Sam Darnold take a few weeks ago looking better and better every week.
I knew I knew he was gonna bring this up. Yo, Larry, what's up, man? What's going on, my boy?
Chilling, man. How everybody doing?
All right, man, we good, man. So before we get into the anything, man, make sure whoever tuning in right now, if you're not doing so already, hit that subscribe and like button on YouTube. We live right now on Facebook and YouTube. So if you ever want to catch us on Thursday nights, we always here. So let's jump right into it, man. NFL playoffs around the corner, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what that means. It's win or go home. You know, helmets to the left, shoulder pads to the right. You feel me? You don't win, it's over with. So we got some games slated for this coming Saturday. And the big games, the big game, excuse me, we got is going to be a rivalry game between the Steelers and the Ravens. But before that, we also have the Chargers against the Texans. So we get to see two things unfold. We get to see the Herbert versus CJ Stroud kind of go against one another neck and neck almost because few episodes ago, we had a little bit of a debate and exchange between Stroud and Herbert. But as well as we get to see the Steelers take on the Ravens, another rival field playoff game. So Breeze, I'm gonna just start with you, bro, because I know you had some things to say before the show started. What's your take on the Chargers Texans matchup, man? What you think is at stake for both these teams, and other than just losing the playoff game, of course.
Right now, I think right now this is gonna be the takeoff point for Justin Herbert. Right now, Justin Herbert's about to take over the league. Right now, he's
Mm.
about to step into that realm with that Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen type of talent, type of player. He's about to step into that with this playoff win. I think finally now the Chargers have finally, through trial and error, they got him a coach. They got him some weapons he can rely on. Lad McConkey has been a godsend for him. Uh, the receiver Johnson, he had a big game last game of the season. Hopefully he can carry that over into the playoffs. I think he had maybe 10 catches,
Yeah.
that's great, which is insane. I was shocked when I looked on the stat sheet and I saw that. The offensive line is looking good. Defense is looking solid. It's been a solid defense all year. They picked up Ezekiel Elliott off waivers, which I think is going to be huge in actually pass protection because Zeke is washed when it comes to running, but he's always been really, really good at pass protection. He can really pick up on blocks. But I really think this is going to be it's going to be a huge game for Herbert. This is going to be his coming out party. As far as for CJ Stroud, I don't want to hear any excuses for CJ Stroud. I don't want to hear nothing about the weapons. I don't want to hear nothing about this. I don't want to hear nothing about that. The game is going to be in a dome. Weather isn't going to be a factor. Right now, it's going to be mono and mono. Right now, the teams are evenly matched right now, how I see it, as far as weapon wise, as far as defenses. This is going to be a really, really good game, but I got the Chargers coming out on top.
Mm. Okay. Larry, what you got to say to that, brother? I know you had something to say too.
Hey, man. Honestly speaking, I do got the Chargers with the upset, but my comments the last what it was like a month ago, I want to say maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, almost a
I
month.
said I said CJ Stroud was my fifth pick for top 5 quarterbacks in the league right now. I do think Justin Herbert is an exceptional quarterback. And he actually is one of my favorites in the league, but I'm going based off of what I've seen on the field, man, especially with how last year tied into it. He had a stellar rookie year. But matchup wise, you know, I feel like the Chargers are more of a deep team because again, the Texans do have an issue with receiver right now. The weapons are dwindling as the weeks go by. Um, but I do still think CJ Stroud could be one of those top quarterbacks in the league. Yeah, he has shown the past couple of weeks that, you know, my statement kind of doesn't stand with him being top 5, but I still do believe that he's a top guy in this league. But the fact that he does have um little to no weapons outside of maybe 1, 2 guys, I do think that the Chargers going to upset them boys in Houston.
Okay. What you got, Quincy?
Hold on, let me ask. So they got the Texans as favorites?
Nah, I think the
That's
Chargers.
what I was thinking. Like, what the hell?
The Chargers are favored.
I thought Houston was favored. That's my
Oh,
fault.
okay, I was about to say because I to be honest, the Chargers ain't got no excuse to lose this game. I'm happy for Jay Herbo. I'm a big Herbert fan. For y'all that have known me for the past year since he was at Oregon, y'all know how hard I've been going for him. Pause. You feel me? That's my dog, man. I'm a big fan. I was screaming that I'm gonna keep saying this until Tua retire. I was screaming at the Dolphins should have drafted Herbert over Tua. I
Of
love his
course.
game. I love his arm talent, everything about him, his size, everything. So I'm very happy for him. But yeah, the Chargers ain't got no excuse to lose this game, bro. The Don't get me wrong. Yeah, Stroud ain't got the weapons. I'm sorry, the Chargers don't have as many weapons as you know other teams, other better teams have. He doesn't. Herbert doesn't really have you know, the big wide receiver trio. He doesn't have the big name tight end, big name running backs. But they're still a solid team, and they're a really really good defensive team as well. Especially with Harbaugh's defensive mind. With the injuries to the Texans and the way they've been playing, there's no excuse for them to lose this game. I honestly think that this is not going to be surprising uh, on Saturday when the Chargers beat them. I got the Chargers smacking these boys at home. I don't think it's gonna be a close game, but let's see what Stroud can do, man. He's still a good quarterback. Um, let's just see if he turns around because these past couple weeks he's been playing really really mediocre.
Okay. What you got, Will?
I agree with Quincy. I don't think that it should even be close. Well, close in NFL terms. I think at least a touchdown difference in the score. I don't really see how it could be close unless Justin Herbert self destructs. I just think the team overall is better, especially defensively. I think they're more cohesive and more consistent on offense. You kind of know what they're going to give you every week. The Texans are. I don't know if it's Stroud's confidence or what, but I just watch them and I don't see anything in them. Like I don't see any will to win. I don't really see any fight. Like last year was different. Stroud really came out strong in his rookie campaign, so everyone kind of had them on a real high horse, including me. I thought he was going to be much better this year, uh, but to to the point that Larry said, about he had Stroud making the case for top 5 based off his last year. I kind of just think that's crazy, man, because Justin Herbert's rookie year was even better than that, ever better than that. So I just think he's been better damn near every year of his career, better than Stroud. Like I don't look at Stroud's last year and see anything better than what I've seen from Justin Herbert over his career so far. Just like I said, I don't really see any way that the Chargers should lose this.
Okay. For me, man, for one, just to piggyback with Larry about the Stroud over Justin Herbert take. To me, it's bigger than what we seen from the numbers and even team record. It came down to moments and instances, the differential between the two, and just overall. I will give Herbert this: the playmaking has gotten better. He was not as good as a playmaker as he could have been with his talent. I feel like CJ Stroud came into the league and he was instantly a very good playmaker, not elite, but really good. And I thought that's what a separator was between him and Herbert. I thought he had made better plays outside the pocket. I thought his awareness in the pocket was very, very, very ahead of his time for a rookie. Now, I mean, a lot of that has to do with his O-line being terrible, his guards specifically, but that's kind of taking a step back, but he still does make a lot of plays under pressure, more so than I've seen from Herbert his first 3 years in the league. Now, it's gotten better from Herbert's from perspective, so I would give him that. But that's why I feel as if there was an argument to be had there, not just because the numbers, but because of the fact Herbert wasn't the playmaker I feel Stroud is or was. And also, when it came down to key moments and key plays and games, when you need it from your quarterback to be the best player on the team or on the field at that moment, Stroud in his rookie year showed glimpses that he can be that. Herbert, I mean, he has drives where he's let his team downfield and stuff, but it seems pretty much like clockwork almost. He comes up short. And again, this year could be different. Coaching matters, of course. Brandon Staley was a fucking joke. No one's denying any of that. But at the end of the day, I just had to see it out of Justin Herbert, man. But I do think the Chargers do win this game. I think the Texans right now, I know Breeze said he don't want to hear excuses, but I just think outside of the Lions, man, I think the injury woes have just depleted this team and what they could have potentially been. And it's specifically at their playmaking positions. I mean, the receivers, receivers, the running back at some point, because Joe Mixon was banged up for a good month. I mean, I still don't even think he's healthy fully. And you got Dalton Schultz, who's been solid at tight end, but he was playing through a wrist injury at one point. I don't know if he's fully healthy, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and make excuses for CJ Stroud to win this game or whether he loses this game. But at the same time, I don't think we can ignore the fact that his top 2 to 3 receivers have been hurt the entire year. And Nico, as good as Nico is, I mean, he not about to beat double coverage all game, so it ain't happening, bro. I just can't see it. So I think the Chargers got the game. I think they can win by at least 7 points.
Yeah, I get all your points, bro, but it's just kind of disingenuous to now go on that note about injuries and shit. Like Justin Herbert hasn't dealt with number one on top of a terrible O-line, just in general to start his career.
Yeah. The injury bug has for sure played its part in both of these dudes in terms of them not getting the not fair share, but a fair shake.
But the way you explained it, as far as CJ Stroud's playmaking last year compared to this year, and then you blamed it on injuries, but he also has just as bad as a play calling as CJ Stroud this year. Majority of his career, he has a terrible O-line. Majority of his career, I'm saying injuries on the offensive line. His weapons have been consistently injured the majority of his career. So I just feel like that's disingenuous, bro. Like, you can't say that you've seen certain things from him, and it's improved this year because now he finally has a healthier team generally and a better team overall. The same way how Stroud had that last year compared to this year, and now he looks worse as a player. So that's all I'm saying. Like, I just feel like it can't be an excuse for Stroud. You know what I mean? On why you think he was better his rookie year compared to Justin Herbert, when now the tables have turned. They in the same boat now.
Okay, here's the difference. Here's the difference, at least in my opinion. The difference is One, when you look at the two, one from his rookie year compared to the other, the difference in situation between the two was night and day. No one expected the Texans to even compete. The Texans were predicted to be at best 5-win team last season, and they ended up winning their division. So we can sit here and argue or talk about how they didn't have expectations on them, so the expectation or standard wasn't there to be held to, so they played with house money. Whatever. I don't believe in shit like that. You go out and play good football, you play good football. Like, that's just how I see it. So when we look at that, on top of the fact CJ Stroud came in as a rookie with one true offensive weapon at that time, because there was no Joe Mixon. Nico Collins was still getting his footing. Tank Dell got hurt. And on top of that, you had a first-year head coach who no one knew what they was getting out of. You compare that to Justin Herbert coming into his rookie year as a quarterback. Yes, his O-line wasn't great. Neither was Stroud's last season. The best Tunsil was it, just like it is this year. It's just that the guard play has gotten worse. I'm not giving him excuses. I've said the last time we talked about this, he has not played well, and there's no excuse in that. Regardless of who takes the field, I expect you to be better because I think you're that good. But at the end of the day, when it came to when both guys were given shit basically to work with almost, and you told someone to make it happen, one did, the other didn't. Put all numbers aside. That's my point. One of them got it done. They got their team in the playoffs, despite the fact he got hurt late in the season, still made the playoffs and still won a playoff game. The other was at home watching it. That's the difference. And what the difference between those two are, in my opinion, again, was the ability to make plays off script, aka playmaking. And that's what the difference was for me, at least. Now, we could agree to disagree on that, but I think that's the difference. I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm making an excuse for one and not the other when it's the same thing. What I'm saying is when one was given rotten eggs, he still made something out of it. The other couldn't. That's the difference to me.
That's fine, dude. I respect that.
T, this game is honestly, I really see no overwhelming advantage on either side. They both got one number one weapon on the outside. Listen, one number one weapon on the outside. Ladd and Nico, both of them are going to get double teamed. They both got okay tight ends. Will Dissly's dealing with injury as well as Dalton Schultz. J.K. Dobbins is coming off injury. Joe Mixon is banged up. Both got solid kickers. Two of the top 5 kickers in the league, in Fairburn and Cam Dicker. So it's just gonna come down to the quarterbacks, bro. It's literally gonna be 1-on-1 between those two. That's it. I don't want to hear nothing about no play call. No. It's gonna be who's gonna make that play, who's gonna bring this game to victory. And like I said, it's in the dome. And there's not going to be no rain, no snow, no hail, no Armageddon, no none of that. Nothing is going to stop any one of these quarterbacks from doing what they got to do. So it's going to literally be a mano-a-mano matchup, and I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but Harbaugh is a much better coach than DeMeco Ryans. We can't discount. We can't discount that.
He had Harbaugh for 1 year, and now he's finally doing all the stuff that, you know what I'm saying? All the
No. That's true.
I mean,
but
he had literal garbage before this. He had a literal garbage.
Yeah, for sure.
The worst head coach in the league.
For sure. All of that is true. I'm not denying either of that. However, two things can be true at once.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair, bro. I respect it. I already said I definitely respect it.
All I'm saying is Harbaugh, to me, in my opinion, is a much better coach than DeMeco Ryans. I like DeMeco. I think DeMeco is doing a good job, right, as far as the Texans are concerned. But gang,
Harbaugh has so much more.
We're going with Harbaugh 10 out of 10 times if you're picking a coach. Like, let's be real about it.
You'd be insane not to.
But let's move on. Before we move on, though, Larry Q, y'all got anything y'all want to add?
Nah, man. I don't got nothing to this debate. I mean, I pray to God the Chargers don't blow this game, because then my Herbert agenda is dying. I ain't got no more, not much life left. Shit.
All right, so let's get into the next game, and this the game I want to talk about, because let me say this before I let anybody go, man. I'm telling y'all now, I got the Steelers in the upset. And the reason being
What?
is because listen, hold on.
Yeah, he putting him on his parlay.
Listen,
Bro,
He putting him on his
bro,
parlay.
let him
listen,
talk. Let
listen,
him talk.
listen. The
Yeah, look at
reason,
Will talking about let him talk.
Let him
the,
cook. Let him cook.
listen, listen. The reason, listen. The reason being, I got the Steelers in the upset, bro, is because everything is working in their favor right now, bro. Zay Flowers is already said he's not playing. They've owned this matchup against the Ravens the past 4 years. Lamar Jackson has played his worst ball against the Steelers and the Chiefs, granted. And Mike Tomlin has outcoached Harbaugh every single time they're going up against a matchup against one another, outside of maybe 2 games, maybe. So when I look at this, man, I look at it from that perspective. I just don't see, especially when I look at the concerns about the Ravens defense. I know it's gotten better the last couple weeks of the season. I'm not fully sold on that secondary still. I think I told this to Larry before, man. I think Marlon Humphrey may be the most overrated receiver. I mean, corner in the league. I'm not gonna lie. I
He
don't.
is.
I,
I agree.
I don't
He is.
bro, oh my God, let him cook, bro.
but I'm just not. I'm just not with that. However, I'm saying that to say all of this, bro. I said if this Will might not like this part.
Yeah, you're hating, bro.
Listen. If Mike, listen, if it go down for another year, Mike Tomlin is one and done again after starting the season the way they started. I'm sorry, bro. We got to start having this conversation about y'all making this dude out to be something he is not, bro. We got
Oh
to
man, I
have
knew it
this
was coming.
conversation at some point. At some point, we got to admit this nigga not the coach we say he is, bro. Because if at what point are the excuses gonna be done? I get it. We gave him the quarterback excuse forever, and he had an excuse. Mason Rudolph and Kenny Pickett, terrible. I ain't denying any of that. But at the end of the day, when he had the quarterback, when he had the star power with Le'Veon and AB and these boys, you ain't getting nothing out of it. Now you got a whole different generation. You brought in Russell Wilson, and a lot of people tend to forget he benched Justin Fields, who was a 4-2 as a starter, in favor for Russ. And if you end the season the way you ended it now with a loss, I'm sorry, gang. We got to start having this talk, bro. A great coach not doing that. That's all I'm saying. A great
Let
coach
him
not
talk.
doing that. That's all I'm saying, bro.
So, bro, let me go next. So I agree with everything you said. The only thing I want to give a little pushback was AB, Bell, and Ben only played 1 playoff game together their entire careers. They were never healthy together in the playoffs. So that I'll give a little bit of slack. But aside from that, a few things. Um, Tomlin's downfalls are a few easily recognizable things. One, he hires people he likes instead of people who put the shit on film that make you want to have them coaching under. That's one. Number two, he does not make adjustments before halftime. And his offense is as outdated as I've ever seen ever since Ben. It's like he trusts nobody to do anything at all anymore, to make any plays, to go off script and so on and so forth. As far as quarterback goes, it's like you have to do this the way I want it done. The offense has to be ran the way I want it. Is the vibe I get. I get you want to run the ball. Your offensive line is not good. Okay, so stop running that garbage pitch that you run like 8 times a drive. Stop running. It is the worst run play you have. I thought you would have learned from Todd Haley when you lost to the Jags because you called a pitch on 4th and 1 instead of giving it to Bell, taking a shot to Brown, or whatever the case may be, right? Cool. These are the things that are Mike Tomlin's downfalls because he's always going to outcoach anyone he's a better coach than. That's easy for him. If his team is too overwhelmed with star power, then typically if you see that they see that team again, whether that's a divisional game the second time or whether that is in the playoffs, they always lose to them because once you see how he schemes up against your players, they make adjustments to play us, and we don't make adjustments. Like there's no reason, excuse me, there is no reason Joey Porter is not on Jamar Chase. I don't care how good T. Higgins is. There's no reason Joey Porter is not on Jamar Chase. Your number one corner needs to be on the number one wide receiver at all times. I do not care about anything other than that. Also, stop playing Minka high deep all the time. He's been playing in the box a little bit more because Deshaun Elliott got injured. But it's like you only play him deep, and then your corners play like 100 yards off. So you're giving up easy passes. Your linebackers are always out of position. It comes to a point where it's like, all right, like I'm a big Tomlin guy. Like I love Tomlin. I always love him and respect him for what he's done for the Steelers. You know, he got us a Super Bowl, got back to another one, AFC Championship games. But it comes to a point where either you're going to adapt to the new NFL and realize that receivers will beat you, or you need to be gone. I already said that he's just good enough to where we can't get good draft picks, but he's not good enough to get us over the hump because the team is never going to be able to be built in the middle of every single round, every single draft, especially when you don't have star players. You have George Pickens on offense. That is literally it. You have one star player. And then on defense, you have a great defense, but your scheme is terrible. And that's the thing. So I do think if Mike Tomlin goes out and loses this game, and I have us losing by double digits. If we go out and lose this game, I want Tomlin gone. I do not care about nothing else. I want Tomlin gone. Because there's no reason that every single year we're going into the playoffs, the first round, and we're getting knocked off. Now, the last couple of years, I understand we've had terrible quarterback play, like pitiful. But Russell Wilson's better than anyone we had since Ben's prime. There's no reason that we can't do more than what we're doing offensively. And then on top of that, you've seen him play like absolute garbage the past month and like 5 games or 6 games or so. And then you don't put Fields in, you don't give him opportunity. At any of these games, when we're down big late, you don't put Fields in to see what he's going to do. You don't see the energy he's going to bring. Nobody on the team wanted Fields bench. None of the players, the coaches, the front office, nobody wanted Fields bench. Mike Tomlin decided to do that. Russ started off hot his first, 7, 8 games, and then tumbled downhill. So if he does not win, it's time for Mike Tomlin to go. It's not even a conversation about just him not being as good of a coach as he is or is said to be. It's about him leaving Pittsburgh.
Yeah. What you got to say, Larry? What you got, bro?
Pittsburgh, Baltimore. I got Baltimore by 10. I think Lamar Jackson's gonna find a way to finally beat the Steelers. I think he kind of has something to prove in this playoffs. Because, you know, he got the MVPs, all right, that's set in stone, but what is he going to do about going, like, Will said, over the hump, but I'm using it for Baltimore. What can he do for Baltimore that makes him go over the hump in, like, that best quarterback conversation? Because every quarterback is Patrick Mahomes, a good gap, and then everybody else. Like, who's going to be that next guy to get to Patrick Mahomes, you know? And I feel like Lamar against a division opponent that he does struggle with mightily, this would be the best, you know, direction to go in, playing against a rival in the first round. He at home. Yeah, he's down his number one guy, but I think this is what he got to use to be in that I am the best quarterback in the league conversation. Because I think Baltimore has a good chance of making the Super Bowl, honestly. And I just think Lamar Jackson needs this to get over the hump, man, honestly. Mike Tomlin, I think Mike Tomlin is a great coach. But I do think it's kind of getting to that time, it's getting to the end of the tenure, man. I think Pittsburgh needs to go in a different direction, coaching-wise. Just like Will said, it's not the same league that he entered. It's a growing league, and it's a league that, unfortunately, the Steelers adapted to right now. So I think if the Steelers lose this game, it's gonna be Mike Tomlin's last game as a head coach.
Mm.
No, I don't think that. I'm gonna be honest. No matter what happens, I think the Steelers are gonna have him back for probably another year, unless he gets traded somewhere. The Steelers are gonna have him back for another year, at least, and then we might move on. But even if he leaves Pittsburgh, I do see someone picking him up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he definitely will get picked up by somebody. He ain't gonna be out of a job for too long. But what you got, Breeze?
Man, I agree with everything Will said, man. And honestly, I think it's to the point that when he said Tomlin is hiring people who he likes, he's making a lot of really really good points. Because me and him we was chopping it up the other day, and I literally told him, I said, yo, this play calling, it's predictable and it's archaic. It's literally run, deep shot or screen and then punt. It's literally predictable every drive. And like with everything with what Baltimore got going on, you went out and got Derrick Henry for Lamar Jackson. Zay Flowers is gonna be down, but you still got Mark Andrews. You still got Isaiah Likely. Your offensive line is picking it up. Your offensive line is steamrolling into the playoffs because honestly, that last game when they played the Browns, I knew they were gonna smack the Browns, but I checked at halftime. Henry had like maybe 37 yards, and he finished the game with like 140 something yards. So your offensive line is steamrolling. You're blocking. You got the ultimate weapon in the backfield. There's no reason Lamar Jackson should not go out there and get this win convincingly. Doesn't matter if you wanna if the Steelers do what I think they will do, which is what they always do against these star running backs. They take away that ultimate weapon, not because you're not shutting Derrick Henry down, but they contain him. They contain him to the point where he's not going to go out there and break for 200 yards. They're gonna hold him to maybe 85, maybe 90 yards, and Lamar's going to have to win it with his arm. As far as the Steelers, they can make the game competitive. It's going to come down to Russ actually cooking. I think the X factor of this game is going to be Calvin Austin. I really see him doing a lot of intermediate work, taking a couple deep shots. Because with everything George Pickens got going on right now, man, I think he's clocked out of the season. He's already pissed off, man. I think he's clocked out this season. I think it's like he's just wiped his hand with the season, like it is what it is. But I think Calvin Austin is going to be a big factor this game. Fryermuth is going to have to be that ultimate security blanket this game because Russ is holding that ball too long back there. Fryermuth is going to have to be open for those 5 to 7 yard routes. Najee might as well get ready to start working that subway, man, because it ain't working. It ain't working, bro. It was a point in time I was rooting for him. I was trying to hype him up, like, hey, man, I kind of see a little Derrick Henry in your run, and then he's getting stopped for -4 yards in the backfield. Like, bro, it's getting ridiculous, man. But needless to say, Baltimore by Baltimore by 7, because the Steelers are gonna rally late to make it convincingly close, and then Russ is gonna make a boneheaded play at the end, probably go kamikaze and then run the clock out. So yeah, Baltimore by 7.
All right, Quincy, what you got, bro?
Let me just say this. Najee Harris is the first dude I've seen who can rush for 1,000 yards consistently, and people still call him out for being, mid. And they right. He ain't that good. I agree with everything y'all said, man. I think that y'all right. The whole Mike Tomlin, being like, yeah, you can go point 500 every season, but when it gets to the playoffs, you ain't winning. You one and done every time you get to the playoffs. I agree. I agree that the Ravens defense is. We've talked about it every week at this point. They dog shit. They trash. They are garbage. The only good DB, the only good safety, cornerback, whatever on that defense is Kyle Hamilton. And even then, he makes boneheaded decisions. He makes some boneheaded plays, and we've seen it week in and week out. Um,
All right,
especially against.
calling him the only good one is disingenuous. But Marlon Humphrey is good. He's good.
Well, he's well. I mean, he's all right. I have my
No, there
own
ain't no all
personal
right. He's good.
opinion on Marlon Humphrey. I'm not, but
You
yeah,
could have
he
your
ain't
own opinion.
garbage.
I mean, you look at his career, you look at the numbers, you look at what he
He ain't
does versus
he ain't
wideouts.
garbage. He ain't
Yeah,
garbage.
yeah,
He,
He
he's
not
good.
garbage.
he definitely not. He
Um,
definitely not garbage. I
yeah,
think he overrated though. I think he's
he
really.
he he is he is
I
over.
think
I
I
I
think he's
believe he is.
overrated, but he's still a good corner. To say that
Um,
Cal Hamilton's only good one is crazy.
but the defense, they've struggled, etc. But I don't see. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't see an upset. I don't see it. I think that Lamar has something to prove this year. You know, the regular season is when he shines. In the playoffs, he kind of dwindles, and there's not really a big spark in his game. Sometimes stuff like that. We've seen the convos, we read the articles, etc. We've seen his game, in the playoffs. He's struggled in big games in the playoffs. I think that this year he does have something to prove. The offense has greatly improved with Derrick Henry. The Steelers defense is a great defense, and I've stood by that all season. It is a
It's not
great
great.
defense.
It is good. It's a good defense. It's upper
Um
half. It's not great.
um um but yeah, I don't see uh just like the Chargers game, man. I don't really see an upset. If they win, I mean, again, pat on the back to the Steelers because I didn't have them even making the playoffs. I'm gonna say that again. I did not see the Steelers even being here right now. So pat on the back, shout out to them. But yeah, that Mike Tomlin does. I think it's time for him to, if they don't win this game, it's time for them to really be serious about it. Every team plays this game. Every player plays this game. Every coach coaches this game to win a Super Bowl. He's won two, but it's been quite some time. So it is
He
some.
only
It
got
is.
one, bro.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
I
he's
think
won one. I'm sorry.
he won the second one.
Huh?
How about to say when the hell he won the second
Yeah,
one?
my bad. My bad. My bad. I'm thinking of Bill Cowher, bro. My bad, bro. I was watching the little documentary. Um, but yeah, he's won a Super Bowl, but it's been some time. So yeah, it's time to really have those conversations. I agree wholeheartedly with everything y'all said. I have no disagreement with anything that y'all have said.
Send him to Indy.
I mean, like
Send
I
that
said,
swing up.
man, like I said already, man. He lose this game, we gonna have some conversation next one. I'm gonna have a conversation because y'all ain't gotta say nothing. I've been saying this for 4 years about Mike T, and I was called crazy. Hey, all I'm saying is, if it happens this season, he's one and done again. And the only thing people want to talk about is how he's never been below 500 and he's the most winningest coach in terms of percentiles and percentages. I don't hear none of that, bro. When it comes
I'm
down to it, he had
it's
the
just
quarterback in place. He changed said quarterback, and it ended the season terribly. That's all. I don't care what other argument anyone wants to use. That's not a great coach. Great coaches do not do that. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
But
yeah, it's just like the Bengals when they kept having winning seasons and they one and done in the playoffs. It's the same thing. You don't play this game to just have
yeah,
a
Marvin,
good,
we
huh?
knew what Marvin Lewis was. It's over with.
But yeah, but I'm saying like you don't play this game to just have a good regular season. You play this game to win championships, and he ain't been close in the past couple years. So yeah, it is time to have them talks.
I'm just saying when you go damn near 10 years without a playoff win, man, that's a long time, man. But let's get off into the next wild card game. It's gonna be on the Sunday. So we got the Broncos and the Bills that's gonna open it up. I think it's a clean slate, man. I got the Bills winning. If anyone got the Broncos winning, you can say why now and give your reasons.
I got the Broncos making it competitive.
That
I think
ain't
they
gonna
can make
be
it competitive. Definitely make it competitive. I like I said, I like the Broncos defense. Defense is definitely holding up. Defense is definitely sound. The defense is rolling, man. Pat Surtain is balling. I like their linebacker core. I like their defensive line. Like they don't have the best defensive front, but they have a nice cohesive unit. And when it comes on offense, man, I really like the way Sean Payton he has a leash on Bo Nix. If I want to use the proper term for it, he has a leash on him, meaning he knows when to have Bo Nix play conservative, but he also knows when to, hey, all right, Bo, you can go ahead, you can break for an open run, you can push it downfield, you can launch it. Hey, Bo, I need you to throw these screens. Hey, Bo, I need you to hand off to the running back. Hey, he plays a good conservative play style. Like he doesn't rely so much on Bo Nix to the point that it becomes like overwhelming. And the Buffalo Bills, if they really tune in and Sean Payton schemes it up to the point that I believe he will, where he really tries to contain Josh Allen and just make him a thrower of the football. And I think around this time of the year it's going to be snowy, it's going to be icy, so I think he'll try his best to like you really keep Josh Allen in the box. Defensively, they can do it, and we'll see how it goes from there, man. Like I said, it'll be a competitive game. If anybody can get it done at this time of the year, it'll be Sean Payton with his mind as well as his personnel that he has. So, of course, I have the Bills winning because I think Josh Allen is like literally 1A and 1B with Patrick Mahomes when it comes to like best quarterback in the league. But if anybody's gonna, contain them and hold them at this time of the year, it's gonna be Sean Payton and the Broncos.
I think that's a good take, bro. Bills by 21.
Yeah, I was just about to say they could do all that and they still lose by 17. I ain't gonna lie, dude. They could do all that. They could do all that and still lose by 3 possessions. Not gonna care.
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna say this, bro. If the Bills somehow, some way lose this game, dog, I have no
I'm
words,
not gonna
bro.
lie. If the Bills lose this game, this Josh Allen competing for the one spot confidence
Dog.
needs to stop.
Yeah.
It
Hell
needs
no. Hell no.
it
Yeah.
needs to stop.
I can't get down with that. I can't get down with that.
I could barely get down with it, even with him winning. Like that's what's crazy. Like I don't,
No,
bro. I think the
I
one
need to
is
see Allen.
clearly.
Yeah. I think Mahomes is all alone. I think that another quarterback has to get to and win a Super Bowl in order to
Before we start,
even be
yeah,
competitive
before
for
we
that top
start
spot.
saying anything about that.
But that's another reason why, man. That's one of the reasons why I can't give Lamar that title of being the best in the league either. Like people try to say, "Oh, Lamar's the best." I mean, it's like, yeah, he's having the best year, but Mahomes has consistently won Super Bowls. It ain't even just like stats and shit.
Yeah, look, Patrick Mahomes is clearly the best quarterback in the league. I don't care. I don't give a two squares of piss about what the totality of the numbers are in the regular season. The regular season, fine and dandy, great. It matters too. But at the end of the day, bro, how I look at it, how I view, and how I do rankings, I go in with it with the mentality. If I had to pick one quarterback for one game for the Super Bowl, who am I taking? That's clearly Mahomes, and I don't even think it's a second thought about it, or at least it shouldn't be, because who else has consistently shown that they can come up big in the big moments and stages outside of him? I mean, it's literally no one else. He's lapping in competition, literally.
The only other AFC quarterback to even make a Super Bowl with him is fucking Joe Burrow, and he's on a horrendous team. So,
Yeah. But what you got, Larry?
Pretty easy one for Buffalo, man. At least 17 points. I think Bo Nix struggles up in
Y'all niggas
Buffalo.
disrespectful.
I think that the Denver Broncos defense could make it challenging because I do think the defense is nice. They got some really young pieces that are really good over there. But I think Buffalo just will overwhelm them. Score probably like 27-10. It looks competitive at first, but then it just gets out of hand.
And the problem is, I heard Brady say we disrespect. The problem is The problem is where are
Excuse me.
the Broncos offense going to come from, bro? Like where is that coming from? Javante Williams, Cortland Sutton. What are we talking about, bro? Like
I'm just saying, we speaking as if
Right, right. That's
we
what I'm
speaking
saying.
as
Like
if
I like
Buffalo's
Bo
defense
Nix,
is like Buffalo's
bro.
defense is not
It's not
gonna.
about, bro. It's
but
not about
gang,
the
it's not
defense.
Yeah,
about Buffalo defense not
It's
being that
about being
good. It's
able to
about
keep up
Broncos
with how
being that
much the
bad.
Bills are going to score. The
And
Bills
yeah,
are the
if
bro.
you're
Bills are
putting
And
built for
those
Buffalo
this
defense
matchup.
isn't no slouch either.
if
Yeah,
you
it's
putting
not,
if
but
you're
bro, we're
putting
acting
those
like they're
guys
world
in passing
beaters.
situations,
We're acting like they're
if you're
world
putting
beaters,
them in
bro.
passing situations, I don't think that's going to be beneficial to him, bro. Like it's not. If he becomes predictable, which I think he will be, he's going to make mistakes, as he has shown throughout the season.
Mhm.
Like I said, bro, we're gonna see. The only thing I'm riding on right now, bro, is it's winter time. I mean, it's gonna be icy. We seen what Josh Allen did against the Patriots in this weather, and the Patriots suck. I think the Broncos can actually scheme up and actually use. Sean Payton has a good mind. Say what you want about Sean Payton, he has a good mind. He knows how to coach. He can put his unit together to make it a competitive game. Y'all boys saying 21, 28, 50. Nah, bro. I think it's at most maybe a 5, 6 point game, bro.
Bro,
Uh,
but where do you get that
5, 6
idea from,
points,
though?
dog.
Realistically, bro,
gang, gang,
The
all I'm
Broncos,
saying is,
bro, the Broncos got blown out by the Browns, bro.
The Broncos got
gang,
blown out by the Browns.
all I'm saying is this, bro. All I'm saying is this: them boys, if they didn't play the second, third stringers to Kansas City, they wouldn't even be here right now, bro. This is not a game that they're suited for. They're just not, bro. Like if
It's
they
not
win
going to
it,
be
listen,
competitive.
if they win this game by hell, even if they make it close, like you're saying, I would give all the credit in the world to Sean Payne because I've been kind of down on him too. I don't think he is a phenomenal coach like a lot of y'all believe he is too. I think he's a good coach, a lot like Tomlin. I just think y'all put them on pedestals that they haven't quite earned, in my opinion. But if he makes this a competitive game, I would give him that. It'll be his best coaching job of the year by far.
Yeah,
But
that's all I'm saying. It'll be competitive.
I just don't see that happening. But Sean said he going to the game. He'll be safe out there, my boy. Stay warm. But let's get into the next game, man. Next game we got the Packers and the Eagles. I actually think this is going to be the most interesting game out of all the slates. Like, listen,
Yeah, right.
listen. Well, matter of fact, scratch that. My fault. I forgot about the Commanders and the Bucks. We're gonna talk about that after. But the Packers and the Eagles, though, who y'all got? I'm gonna start with you, Larry. Who you got, bro?
Packers Eagles. I'm going Eagles, man. Eagles by 6.
Okay. Who you got, Quincy?
I got Eagles by 3, but I think it's gonna be a toss up. This is a really good game.
Okay. What you got, Will?
I like Eagles by. Hmm, this might be unpopular. I like Eagles by like 13.
Mm. You got no
I
beating
just,
me doing
I
like
think,
that?
I think the run,
Damn.
I think the run game's gonna be too much. I think the Eagles defense is much better than it was the last time they played. I just think there's so
Oh
many
yeah, for
factors.
sure.
I mean, I think the
Hmm.
Packers are good. I think the Packers are good, bro. But it seems like every time they play a top team, they lose. So I don't know. I don't like the matchup as much as other people.
Okay. What you
I'm
got? What you
rocking with
got,
Will,
Quincy?
man. I'm rocking with Will, man. When you look at everything that's going on, Christian Watson ACL out, Jordan Love hurt his throwing elbow.
Yeah.
So unless Josh Jacob goes out there and has like maybe 320 yards and 4 touchdowns, I don't know what you expect him to do. Really,
Yo,
when
shit.
Jordan Love hurt his throwing elbow, this is his throwing elbow we talking about. It's not on the opposite arm, it's the throwing elbow. So yeah, unless Josh Jacob go out there and have a Derrick Henry, Saquon, Adrian Peterson type game, I don't see it literally being that close, especially with how the Eagles defense is rolling. Saquon being Saquon, and Jalen Hurts isn't going to go out there and try to, barrel into anybody coming off of concussion protocol. So I think he's going to be more in the pocket, delivering. Easier said than done,
Bro,
but but
Barkley,
with every
Barkley's gonna be on one, bro. He's mad he missed
yeah,
that record, bro. He's gonna be on
yeah, with everything going on, man. Saquon for 120, 2 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts might get a tush push. Eagles by 10.
Jalen Hurts may get a tush push is crazy, but
That was crazy. Hey yo,
that was
Y'all
crazy.
boys wild, man.
But I like the Eagles in this matchup, man. I think it's gonna be a little competitive because I think the Packers defense is a little better than what they're giving credit for. I think their secondary is better than what people have given that credit for, man. I think Xavier McKinney. We're gonna talk about him a little later because he was named an All-Pro first team, and I think he's had an exceptional season. And I think that secondary as a whole is better than like I said. I keep saying the same shit. My bad, y'all. I'm looking at something, but I think they're better than what people say they are. Cause what's my boy name? The corner they drafted 2 years back. Oh man, what number he got?
Talking about who for the Packers?
Stokes, Eric Stokes. I think Eric Stokes is solid. I don't think he's fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but I think he's growing into his own. And if they would have had Jair, this would have been a much more entertaining game. But I think he's still hurt. And I gotta say, man, I think the outside of the ball are playing well together. I know Preston Williams is getting older, so he hasn't been the same impactful player. Him, man. What's the interior lineman they got? What's his name there? Kenny Clark, right?
Kenny Clark, yeah.
Yeah, Kenny Clark hasn't been the same dude, but they still show up for big plays and big moments when they need it. Rashawn Gary has been fantastic for them this year. And I just think they're going to make the game a little more dicey than what we believe it can possibly be. And plus, I just think I got to give credit when this dude, man. Matt LaFleur, he's a much better coach than I gave him credit for when he first started. He really is. And I think he's coached his team well enough to show and prove that they can at the very least make games competitive. So I don't have them winning, but I do think it will be competitive. I think the Eagles pull it off by 3 to 6 points. But anything else y'all want to add before we move on to the Washington game?
Yeah, make sure you send me your parlay before the night over, man. 'Cause I need to see what you putting on the parlay, bro. Cause you got some wild takes, bro.
The
Steelers,
only wild one
Steelers,
I had was the Steelers. That was the only
Steel,
one.
Steelers with the upset. I'm thinking
that
a
wasn't
dollar
wild,
on
bro.
that.
That was a real good take, bro. I love to listen.
A dollar on that'll probably pay like 10 racks.
Hey man, we gonna see. I definitely put on a parlay for real. But we gonna move off into the Washington and the Bucks game. Now this, I said earlier, the Eagles and Packers game was the most interesting, but I think this is gonna be the most interesting and competitive because these two teams are damn near pretty much on the same tier, like in terms of talent and just
Yeah, they're
ranking.
low key the same team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like this is gonna be an interesting matchup. So I'm gonna start with you, Quincy. What you got, bro? Who you got in this matchup?
Oh man, we talking about the Bucks, right?
Yeah.
Man, look, there ain't no analytics you gonna throw my way. Ain't no stats y'all gonna throw my way. No, watch the film. I hate the Bucks. I hate the Bucks. I'm gonna say it one more time. I hate the Bucks. All right. With that being said,
Mm,
I don't see the Bucks. Uh, I think the Bucks gonna win, bro. And this is me as
mm,
a Saints fan, as a Bucks hater saying this. I think the Bucks gonna win, and I think it's close in my eyes. It's close. I think this is gonna be the closest game this weekend. It's a very close game, but I think what's gonna put the Bucks over. You don't think it's close?
Bro, Commanders by 14, man.
Oh my gosh, bro! Now you wildin', dog. Come on, bro. Come on, let's
Now,
be
now
real
I need
here,
now I
bro.
need to see Will parlays, man.
Oh man.
Listen, bro, this is division rival. I hate the Bucks. I hope the Bucks lose. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think it's a close game. What I got putting the Bucks over the Commanders is the experience. I think that Jaden Daniels, phenomenal quarterback, great quarterback. Terry McLaurin, great receiver. They have a solid offense, but I think that the Bucks are more experienced. Mike Evans, great, amazing receiver. Baker, he has some experience. He's still in the playoffs, not much playoff success, but he still got the experience in the playoffs. So I think that the Bucks do with their experience. I think that's what's gonna put them over. But I do honestly think that this is gonna be the closest game we see this weekend. I hope the Bucks do lose though.
Okay. All right. Who you got, Breeze?
Man, I got Tampa Bay, man. Shake and bake Baker Mayfield, man. 353 touchdowns. He's gonna light it up, man. The only thing that's gonna scare me about this game is Vita Vea for Tampa Bay. Vita Vea is a monster, man. And Washington's O line, I don't think they're gonna be able to hold that man. Vita Vea get to Jaden Daniels one good time, it's over, bro. And I know Jaden is shifty, he's elusive, he can break, he can run. But Vita Vea is a monster at that nose tackle position, bro. Vita Vea is gonna wreak havoc this game. Y'all can lock it in, book it. Vita Vea is gonna wreak havoc this game. I love the Bucks defense. Mike Evans, I expect Mike Evans to have a good game. Bucky Irving is balling. I, I, I just like the Bucks overall, bro. I'm taking the Bucks by a touchdown.
All right. Who you got, Will?
I like the Commanders, man. I'm not gonna lie, I like the coaching more, specifically offensively. Ain't the Bucks secondary like injury riddled right now?
Yeah, they had some injuries, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I like the coaching more. I think the coaching is more consistent in Washington. I'll be honest, I think Jane Daniels has played better this year than Baker, even though I think Baker has been amazing. I think aside from his clear injury, I think Daniels has just been more electric, um, able to make more out of nothing. I think overall, considering he's a rookie, he has less time and cohesion and everything with his offense. I just feel like he just looks more natural coming into the offense. I just like what I see, to be honest. I could be completely wrong, though. I mean, it is what it is. I just like them, man. I just think overall they're just the more consistent and the better team in this match.
Okay. Who you got, Larry?
Man, Baker Mayfield and them boys been playing amazing this year. Um, Baker, Mike Evans, 11 straight 1,000-yard season. That was
Yes,
all
sir.
good, man. That was lovely. Bucky Irvin, Rashad White. They got a good backfield. The defense, I like the defensive line with Vita Vea and Kalijah Cansey. Shout out to the Bulls. You
Bulls
feel
alumni,
me?
let's go. You already know.
Devontae David too, another Bull. So I really like this Bucks team, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm taking the Commanders by 10 points, bro.
My boy, here we go.
And I'm
What?
taking the Commanders because I feel like that offense is just gonna turn up. It's gonna surprise a lot of people. It's gonna catch people off guard. I think Marshawn Lattimore is gonna win this matchup against Mike Evans too, man. Bitter rivals. Ever since they both came into the league and played each other in the same division in the NFC South.
Bitter ain't even
I just
a word. They
I
hate
just
each other.
think, yeah, right. So I just think that the Commanders honestly is gonna take the Buccaneers by surprise. And I think they're gonna go out there and put up some points, man. Honestly. Give me the
Make sure you send me
Commanders.
that parlay, Larry.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all,
Y'all,
man.
y'all boys trying to go for the jugular this weekend, boy.
I think the Bucks win this by 10, man. I don't see it like y'all see it with the Commanders. I love Jaden Daniels, man. I told Larry coming out, I thought Jaden Daniels wasn't that much off from what Caleb Williams is, and a lot of
He's clearly
people,
better this year.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
been good
definitely
for
better.
sure. But I'm
Ooh.
just saying, like as prospects, I didn't think they was that
Yeah.
far from each other. I really didn't think that. But this game in particular, man, it's gonna be a tough out, bro, for him because that front seven for the Buccaneers is a tough group to go against, man. I mean,
Hmm.
you got a stud in Levante David, you got a stud in excuse me, and Kenzie coming from the interior, and then you got what's the number 0 for them? What's his name? I forgot his name.
um,
I don't know his
dang,
name.
I forgot bro name too. I know who you talking about
Yeah,
though.
he nice too though, man. I think he got like 8.5, 9.5 sacks this season, and they went out and got Shaq Barrett. You know, he may be older, but you know he can still be your third down specialist. So, and not to mention the Commanders' offensive line.
Yaya Diaby.
There we go. Yeah, that's him. But the Commanders' offensive line is not good. It's just not. And I know Jaden Daniels been making chicken salad out of chicken shit, but at the end of the day, this is big boy football here, man. And he gonna have to do some borderline special, if not special, to win this game, in my opinion, on the road against Tampa. So I got Tampa winning this by at least 10. But let's get off into the last game, man. This game was actually moved because of the wildfires that's going on in Los Angeles. So prayers out to all those living in LA, man. Hope everything well or ends well because it just seems like 2025 starting off crazy. But you got the Vikings against the Rams. I'm gonna start with you, Breeze. Who you got?
Vikings. I'm gonna take Minnesota. Um, the job that Minnesota has done on defense all year, albeit they got beat by the Lions, but albeit the defense that they've been playing all year has been really, really good. Brian Flores has been very, 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 very good on the defensive end. And honestly, the Rams, they have Kyron Williams, but I don't think Kyron Williams is a Gibbs. He's nice, but I don't think he's Gibbs as far as like, the compact back that he is. Gibbs is stout. He also runs a 4.2, and he can break away pretty easily. And I think keeping that in mind this game, they're gonna stack the box. They're gonna force Matt Stafford to probably throw for 350, which is in Matt Stafford's ballpark. Matt Stafford is a gunslinger. But also on the opposite side, I don't think they have the defense to contain the Vikings or scheme up something the way that the Detroit Lions schemed up to stop the Vikings. I really see it going in a dome. I see it going maybe 27-20 Vikings way. Um, Sam Darnold had his worst game of the season last game, but if you really look at it, in the red zone there was a lot of drops. There was a lot of missed opportunities. It was crazy. I seen Justin Jefferson drop a lot of routine catches that he makes. They were getting stuffed a lot, and I don't think Los Angeles has that defensive front or that defensive willpower to hold the Vikings down like that. So I'm going Vikings 27-20.
Okay. What you got, Quincy?
Breeze, I want to start off by saying this. I don't disagree with you a lot, but I disagree with you on the last week with Sam Darnold's worst game. His worst game was that three interception game against the Jags. Because that game I thought last week was bad. That game was worse.
Yep.
With that being said, I do agree with the fact that I don't see the Rams. I honestly don't see the Rams making this a close game. That defense is buns. That defense is no bueno, not good. That defense is bad. They are going to force Matt Stafford to throw the ball. But at the same time, I don't think that the Rams offense is going to keep up with the Vikings offense. I think that this game is going to be over by halftime, the third quarter at the latest, like early third quarter at the latest. I don't think this game is going to be close. The Vikings have they have a good defense. I'm not going to say great. They have a good defense. They have a great offense, good weapons all around. Halfback, the running back position can use some work, but that offense is phenomenal. They've done amazing this season as a whole. Um, I don't see this game being close either. I got the Vikings really, really stomping the Rams.
Hey Quincy, let
What's
me
up?
let me let me let me really quick before the next person go. Let me push back on what you said. The only reason I said this was Darnold's game where he looked the worst this year, not performance, is because he actually looked scared this game.
Oh,
The last time
okay,
I
okay,
that
okay.
the last time I saw him look this scared was when he was in New York and he said he thought
Yep.
he saw ghosts.
And he was
This
seeing
is
go.
the
Okay, I agree.
this
I
was the
agree.
this
Yeah,
those three interception games he was out there just like, hey, fuck it, just slinging it.
yeah.
But
Okay, I
this
agree.
game
I
he
agree.
looked literally terrified this game. Like Aaron Glenn, he played it so smart that he literally compacted. He said, compact the box, but don't hit him. Compact the box and make him think we're
Hmm.
gonna hit him. Make him move. Make him scared to throw it. And that was a beautiful game plan. But yeah, but
No, okay. That on that point, yes, I absolutely agree. He looked real scared against that Lions defense. He was scared to throw it. So I agree with you on that.
What you got, Will?
First, I want to shout out, bro. Yeah, I forget to wear this every week, bro, because I be getting off work and shit. And I still got the
So
hoodie,
I appreciate it though.
you know. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be close. I agree with literally every single thing Quincy said, except for the Jags take. I agree with Breezo. I said it. I was talking to Gino about it. Like, dude, I couldn't even recognize who Sam Darnold was. But then I remember he used to play for the Jets. I know I think the team overall is carried by the coaching. I think the players are being put in the best positions. Um, So I think the Vikings are going to blow through the Rams. Like the Rams are so inconsistent, you literally never know what you're going to get from them. It's they're just a terrible team to, to hang a bet on. Uh, I think they're just gonna blow through the Rams, just like Quincy said. It's probably over by halftime, unless Max Stafford turns into prime Max Stafford again.
Okay, y'all hold on. Let me just ask this quick question real quick because a lot of talk's been around Kevin O'Connell. I think I think Kevin O'Connell a top five coach right now.
For this year, I think he has been a top five pick.
This
I
are we
think
talking? Are we
I think
hold on? Are we forgiving? Are we forgetting the other years? We talking strictly this year?
I'm saying, do you think as it stands right now, if you went into next season and you needed a head coach and you could pick from the trees of coaches, are you
no,
taking him as one of the first five coaches?
no.
No, bro. No,
no.
no.
I would say the
I,
cast, as in him and Flores as a duo
yeah,
together, that is, I would take that top five. But
yeah,
Kevin
because the
O'Connell
offense
by
has
himself,
always been good with him.
yeah,
The
kept
offense has always been good with the Vikings for what the past I couldn't even tell you what 5 years, 5 6 years. I don't see
yeah,
no difference there. And then they got Jordan Addison, he's a beast. So like I don't really see like
and
no
Hawkinson.
difference there. Right,
Like bro,
right. But I'm just talking
you
about
really you really look at it. Remember, this is the same offense that made Kirk Cousins get another $100 million
150
plus.
million.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
he just got a huge contract off what he was doing with the Vikings. So offense was never the issue with the Vikings.
yeah. I think the defense turned this team around. Brian Flores, I think he's more to give credit um, for the turnaround of the team, the dominance of the team than O'Connor, in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess. Well, what you say, Larry?
Hold on. I'm sorry to cut you off, Larry. Hold on. What do you mean you
Go ahead,
guess?
bro.
You taking O'Connell top five?
Right now, yeah, I think he top five.
Same question. Next season, you need five coaches. You taking O'Connell out those five?
Yeah,
I don't agree, bro. But
I
go
mean,
ahead, Larry. I don't agree with that.
who are the five better?
I don't agree with that,
That's the
bro. Go
question.
ahead, Larry. Go ahead. Hold on. I'm gonna let Larry do his thing first.
Give me the Rams in the upset, man.
Mm.
I
Hold
think y'all boys I don't think y'all boys giving them boys enough credit, man. The
I don't want that
Rams
parlay
defensive
anymore.
line, the Rams defensive line is very underrated, and a lot of
I
people
agree.
don't give them credit for how they kind of carried that defense. You got two rookies starting, and
Yeah,
they both were
they both
considered for defensive rookie of the year.
they both studs. They definitely are.
they have a very chippy, aggressive secondary with linebackers who will pull up and tackle and fill up gaps and be effective in the run game. The defense alone wants me to give them a chance, and then you got Puka Nacua and Cooper. I don't know if Cooper Kupp healthy. Yeah, I don't want to be, I don't want to just say he gonna play. But you got two studs at receiver with Kyron Williams, who has been showing that he's a very consistent and capable running back, with Matthew Stafford, who has playoff experience. I can't just rule out the Los Angeles Rams, bro. I can't rule them out.
But not ruling them out and picking them to win is two different things, though.
No, I'm sticking with them to win, bro. I'm sticking with them to win. I think the Rams gonna show something.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Puka's gonna get double covered. I think Cooper, after that Triple Crown season, he put everything he had into that season. I think he's on a decline now, bro.
You don't think he's still a mismatch problem for a Vikings secondary who's not, very consistent?
Him being on the decline and you making it sound like he can't win one-on-ones is crazy. Like that's
Cooper Kupp is cooking Minnesota DBs, bro.
But right now, Puka is the number one, and you were putting it as if like he's on the same stratosphere as Puka right now. Cooper can still do his thing, but I think right now, bro, he's not what we accustomed to seeing him be. That
but they are both
when he went crazy.
They are both a very good receiver duo, though.
Yeah, they're a very good receiver duo, bro.
They both any given game could give you 120 or better.
Right, thank you.
They both could fuck around and give you 100 with two touchdowns.
But it ain't happening
in the same game.
It ain't happening in this game.
I mean, bro. I don't. The Vikings offense is really good, so they could give LA problems. But I've also seen LA hold teams to 17 points, bro.
What team?
I mean, I'll have to go back and check right now.
I'm just saying, like, please let me know what team it was. Like, I'm curious to know.
Didn't they beat the 49ers in like a 12-6 game or something like that?
Oh my god, bro! In the rain, bro.
I'm
saying though, wasn't
they
it?
haven't been good this year.
The same, and I don't know. Bro. I can see the Rams. I can see the Rams winning this game, bro. Honestly.
Bro,
I respect the pick because like I said, any given week, you never know with the Rams. They're inconsistent.
They beat the Vikings already.
They did
30-20 in week 8.
This
is when Sam Darnold is snapping on a weekly, by the way.
They did beat the Vikings already. That's fair, but I don't see it happening right now, man. I just think the Vikings are a better team, man. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big Sean McVay guy. I think Sean McVay is underappreciated in the league because the fact that he can win this division, regardless of the Niners being injured or the Cardinals and Seahawks situations, whatever that may be, the fact that the Rams won this division is shocking to me because they're a young team. They have a putrid secondary, especially when they started this season. The secondary was horrible. And that's on top of the fact you had Matt Stafford, who we wasn't sure could even throw a football again after the surgery he had on his throwing arm. So you got a guy who is coaching a unit who was without their number one for multiple weeks and their two for multiple weeks, and they still made the playoffs and won the division. Like, I think again, I just think McVay is a way better coach than what he's given credit for, and I think he needs to be put in these conversations. But with all that being said, though, I still think the Vikings win this game. I just think the Vikings are just a better team, simply put. I think that's what it comes down.
That division is cheeks, though, too.
Huh?
That division is cheeks, bro.
They made the playoffs last year in the division with something.
I'm saying the division is cheeks this year.
Yeah, but this year I think that they're just too inconsistent of a team.
Just like they're cheeks. Niners cheeks, Hawks cheeks.
Yeah, but
Cardinals.
My point is though, whenever, regardless of who is good or who's not, the Rams find a way to make it into the dance, and they actually find a way to make games competitive when they're not supposed to be competing. Majority of the coaches in the league aren't making the playoffs with this Rams roster. That's a fact. They're not doing it. So that within, to me, in my opinion, within itself is a feat. Like I just don't see most coaches coming into this situation and actually providing some kind of production. I don't see it. But the whole Kevin O'Connell thing on Quincy, yes, I think I'm taking him like out of the 5, yes. If you still wanted to know.
Okay, hold on. So let me add. Hold on, because I'm really trying to make sense of this, bro. We're not talking about. I'm talking about.
You can
Not
name
just
them.
this year. We're talking about as a whole. You know what I'm saying? As a whole,
You can name them. You can name them.
You taking Kevin O'Connell over? Obviously, you ain't taking him over Andy Reid.
Am I taking? No.
You're not taking him over Andy Reid. You're not going to take him over Sean McVay. We already know that. You're not going to take him over. You going to take him over Shanahan?
That's a debate, but no.
How is it a debate?
Hold on.
I think that's. Listen. I think Kyle Shanahan plateaued. That's why I think.
Hold on. I'm not done. Because I was writing down some names as y'all was talking. You taking them over Matt? You're not taking them over Matt. You're not taking them over Matt LaFleur. We already know that. Come on now.
No, boy.
Not taking him over Dan Campbell. So
you're not taking him over Dan Campbell. We already know that.
Him over.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm willing to listen to Matt LaFleur and Kyle Shanahan. I'm not gonna lie, gang. I am willing to listen. Bro, here's the thing with Kyle Shanahan, dog. I think Kyle Shanahan is a good coach. I just think he has that. I just think he has that same effect Harbaugh had with the Niners. Well, it's like, yeah, you're a good coach, but I think your culture and your philosophy starts to weigh down to your team, and it kind of makes it hard to play for you after a while. I think he's falling into that kind of tier, and I really don't think the Niners are going to get back to the point where they were, because once they play Purdy, it's over.
Let me say this. I agree with you. I agree with you on the fact that, yes, Shanahan has plateaued. We talked about Shanahan earlier, when I first started coming on the pod. We talked about Shanahan, I remember. And I said the same thing. I said Shanahan, his culture, his locker room lacks discipline. He's plateaued as a coach. He refuses to, because he can build a great offense, but he still refuses to go and find a top-tier quarterback to really put that offense over the top. I agree with you, but when I'm looking at a whole, I'm talking about I'm taking everything in consideration. I'm not just looking at this season. This season, yes, I agree with you. Yes, this season only. If I'm only looking at this year, Kevin O'Connell is a top 5 coach. But if I'm going into next year and I need to hire a coach, all right, or I gotta interview 5 coaches, and I'm looking at their whole body of work, I'm not looking at Kevin O'Connell over Kyle Shanahan. I'm gonna look at Shanahan before I look at Kevin O'Connell.
If that's the case, that means by that logic, you taking Jim Harbaugh over Kevin O'Connell right now?
No, because hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. I will say this. I think we're a little too early with the Harbaugh talks, because we've seen Harbaugh in the NFL already, and you've already said it. I agree with you. Jim Harbaugh just couldn't get the Niners over that hump. I agree with you. And this is his first season back as an NFL coach. He's great. Don't get me wrong.
I didn't mean. Hold on, talking about my bad. I didn't mean Jim. I meant John. I be getting them confused.
Oh, okay, John. If I
of course not.
Nah.
He's garbage.
Nah.
But that's my point. That's my point. If we're looking at the total body of work, you will argue you're taking John over Kevin O'Connell because he's been to multiple championships, AFC championships, and he's been to a Super Bowl and won a Super Bowl.
Bro. But the body of work was also him about to get fired until Lamar changed his career.
Correct. Yeah, hold on. Let's not forget.
But the thing is, Kyle Shanahan also got fired from his other job. Oh, wait, he didn't get fired. He was let. He
didn't get fired. He left.
No.
Who you talking about?
No. When he was with the Falcons, he left because the Falcons showed interest in other coaching. He left for the job with the Niners. Don't get me wrong, But the Falcons already let it be known he was not going to come back because they were not interested in retaining him. They let that be known when the Super Bowl, 2 weeks after the Super Bowl.
Hold on. Let me say this about the John Harbaugh. Just like Will said, John Harbaugh was out the door. We that was already the writing, the ink didn't dry yet, and Lamar came in and wiped it off. All right, let's slow down with the. I get it. I get your argument, T. Don't get me wrong. I get your argument when you say I'm tripping about the whole body of work, and I will admit my fault in how I said it. You are right, because if that's the case, Tomlin, guys like that who have won Super Bowls, who have made the championship appearances, even though they've lost. Am I really taking those guys over O'Connell right now? Not really. There's not much guys you can take over him. But what I mean is, like,
I mean, to be fair, what has O'Connell really done?
but that's what I'm about to say. What I really mean is, what has O'Connell really accomplished for me to take him over guys like LaFleur, guys like Sean McVay, guys like even Shanahan? This is a down year, but Shanahan was last season.
Thank you.
The Niners were still, they were still doing their thing.
Let me ask you this. Do you think any of those coaches you just named, you think all of them can make Sam Darnold what he is now? Do you truly believe that?
Bruh, I'm gonna say, listen, bruh.
Hold
on, no. We gotta chill with the Sam Darnold.
I'm just saying. It's a legitimate question. It's a legit question.
He's in a great situation, bro. He's in a great situation.
I'm not saying Sam Darnold is fantastic or whatever. I'm asking you, yes or no. Do you think?
No, we just.
Hold on. Let me say this.
Sam Darnold, what he is now.
I do think that Matt LaFleur and Kyle Shanahan can do it. Yes, I do, because you know why? We saw Kyle Shanahan do it with Jimmy Garoppolo and Brock Purdy. Come on now, bro. Come on now, bro.
Listen. T. I'm not giving you Matt
Shanahan.
I'm not giving you Matt LaFleur, bro. And the reason I'm not giving you Matt LaFleur is because we've never seen him have to take a broken player and make it work. He's never had to do that. He did that with Malik Willis for 2 weeks.
No, fuck all that. Hold
on. Malik Willis was balling.
Yes, thank you. How many playoff wins does O'Connell have? No.
We're not gonna do that. He was balling, bro. We're not gonna do that.
He threw 3 picks. Anthony Richardson threw 3 picks, and Malik Willis only threw 15 passes. Don't say he was balling. He played well. Don't get me wrong, but he was
how many wins? How many playoff wins does O'Connell have? How many playoff wins does O'Connell have?
You said I don't think he got any. He ain't got none.
Oh my God, you're taking him over people who. All right, go ahead, bro. You got it, bro.
Nah, bro. Hold on.
The argument was, if you're going into next season, who are you picking 5 definitively over him? I don't think that's 5 definitively over him.
I just named 5 and you was like, I don't know.
Bro,
I told you 2 of them. I'm willing to listen to them. I'm willing to argue 2 of them.
Bro, T, you're talking about definitively over him, but if they're arguable, then you can't say he's definitively top 5 either.
No,
don't matter.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, I concede to that point. Cool. I just think personally you can make an argument for him being in that 5.
He's top 10 for sure. I'll give you the top 10, but top 5,
bro. Gang, he's been a coach for 2 years. Like, we can't sit here and expect him to win 5 playoff games.
So how are you going to say he's a top 5 coach, or he?
I'm saying, as it stands right now, if I'm going into next season and I had to put my money on any 5 coaches in order to go forward with, he's one of the 5. I'm not saying he's done anything to cement that. I'm just saying what I personally believe.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay, all right.
As long as you say it's only because you like him as a coach, then there we go.
Yeah, I like O'Connell. I think O'Connell cool. Now,
I'm just saying, I'm just amazed that you said, what coach can actually save Sam Darnold. Like, we're not gonna act like Sam Darnold wasn't like this amazing prospect coming out of college, bro.
We're talking about Sam Darnold going to.
We talking about Sam Darnold in the NFL, bro. Let's not do this.
I'm just saying, bro. And coming in, bro. What you saying from Sam Darnold? He was with the Jets, bro. The Jets ruined everybody.
But he sucked with the Panthers too. He was trash.
Bro, the Panthers.
He was with Kyle Shanahan in San Fran too.
Say it
That
again.
1 year.
I said Sam Darnold was with Kyle
He
Shanahan in
was, yeah,
San Fran too.
he was with Kyle Shanahan in the 49ers.
Oh,
He was
he was
last
a
year.
starter.
And,
He was
and,
a
Nah,
starter.
and how much did he do? What did he play, like maybe what, 2 games?
but the thing is, bro, when he got thrusted into a situation where he's not expected to even play because JJ McCarthy is your clear-cut day one starter. Dog, the man leads a 14-2 team. 14-3 team. Like, bro, let's keep it a buck. Like, how many other
That's
coaches in the
fine,
league do you
bro.
really think is doing that?
Well, T, there was no expectation at that point, and like we said, Sam Darnold, he has experience, bro. He learned trial and error. He learned making turnovers. He learned how to read deep. He took his time to progress, bro. We're not gonna act like Kevin O'Connell just came in and just
Breeze,
like
the man was on the way out the league. Gang. Like
Okay.
we
yeah,
Okay.
you
bro,
Okay.
talking like
T.
the
T.
man was
T.
nice.
but
He
T
was
T
out. He
T,
was
you're,
on his way
I'm
out the
just saying,
league.
you're acting like he
Bro.
took the Jacksonville
Bro.
Jaguars and made
Let's.
them 14-3. He took a team with Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Aaron Jones, T.J. Hawkinson, a solid defense.
Thank
He's in a great
you. Look
situation,
how
bro.
many options.
I'm not,
Team
and
defenses are
I'm
stretched
not,
to cover all of them, bro.
and I'm not denying any of that. At the end of the day, though, if you are going to sit here and say you think Sam Darnold could have led this team to 14 wins when this season first started, you know you're lying. That's my point. My whole point
Yes,
is,
bro. He did a great job, bro. Yes.
all right. So if we can sit here and say, O'Connell got the very best out of Sam Darnold, who was by far and large seen as a bust and one of the worst draft picks we've ever seen. Why in the world why is it a stretch to believe he's a top 5 coach going into next season for me personally? Like, why is that a stretch? I'm just saying,
Okay,
why is that a stretch?
let me
Because
ask
you
you this
also
question.
you also
Hold
made the
on,
take
Breezy.
that Shane Steichen is a great coach.
Whoa, I never said that.
Who the fuck
Yeah,
is
you did.
that?
You said that
I
last week.
never said that. I never said
Yeah, you
that.
did.
I
Yeah, you
never
did.
said that. I said Shane
Yeah, you did.
Steichen was hired by the Colts to make AR work, and he should get another year. I never said he was a great coach. I said he had a great
No,
year with the Eagles when Jalen Hurts was an MVP candidate. I
Yeah,
never
he
called him
did
a
say
great
that.
coach.
He
I
said
never
that.
called him a great
He
coach.
said he was a good coordinator with Hurts.
I just checking temperatures. Just checking
Okay,
temperatures.
can I ask you a question?
You
T,
got it, bro.
you think O'Connell could have went to the Jets and got more out of Sam Darnold?
Hell no.
No,
To
hold
be
on.
fair,
Nobody say that. No, nobody say that.
I don't think so.
So
I
then
think
there's no
his
debate.
confidence is
It's clearly the situation. If you don't think he could have did it there, then it's clearly the situation that Sam Darnold is in is the main catalyst for why he's being as productive as he is. On top of that,
they go hand
hold
in
on, bro.
hand.
Hold on, bro. You also have to account for the defense. The defense is good. They're getting stopped. They're getting stopped against other teams, right? So then
Mm.
the Vikings get to play conservative. It's not all on Sam Darnold like it was in New York when he had to throw the ball how many times. There's so many different things that come into the fact that Sam Darnold has now grown as a quarterback, bro. It's not just O'Connell and he made him prime Tom Brady or some shit. No, bro. He has upgraded his career. Yes, we can definitely say that. He has definitely coached him into another tier of quarterback compared to where he was. But I don't if you don't think he could have went to the Jets and had him looking way much better.
He would have
Much
looked
closer.
better. He would have looked better for sure.
No.
I don't know if he would have been.
No,
He
he
wouldn't
wouldn't.
have been this. He wouldn't have been this, but he would have been better. He would. They wouldn't have given up on him. I tell you that for sure. He wouldn't have got given up on. I just feel like the Jets' biggest downfall was one, they had zero playmakers at all. They had none. His number one receiver was Brashad Perryman at the end of his career. So, I mean, I get that we're saying the situation matters, but the situation matters with every player in the league. Damn near. Like only certain players are inevitable to be great, and that's the elite of the elites. That's the Mahomeses. That's the Josh Allens, the Lamars. That's them. These dudes, everybody else falls in the category like I can only do as much as my team pretty much allows me to do, and I think the team falls with the coach. That's why I give him the credit I do.
The Jets' downfall is their existence, bro. Just them existing is their downfall, bro. The
Mhm.
Jets
You
are
know,
terrible.
that's fair. I ain't gonna lie, that's fair. But let's move off into the next topic though. We're gonna talk about these all pro selections, man. Did y'all see the list? Did y'all see them?
I
Yes,
did not.
sir. Yes, sir.
All right, let me go ahead and
My phone's broken, so I haven't seen the list at all. I haven't even been able to use my phone.
all right,
This is
hold
my
on. Let
work
me. I
phone.
got you. I got you. I'm gonna name off the players. We're gonna start the offensive side of the ball. You feel me? We got Lamar Jackson at quarterback. You got Brock Bowers. You got Brock Bowers at tight end. First of all, let me just say this. I am thankful that the league did not fuck that up. I thought they was going to do some seniority bullshit and give it to somebody who didn't deserve it. I'm glad
I
Brock
thought it was
Bowers got
no.
the first team All-Pro. He deserved it. Then you got Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson as the 1 and 2 receiver. No debate there. You got Saquon at running back. You got Kyle Juszczyk at fullback. You got Tristan Wirfs at left tackle. You got Joe Thuney at center. You got Penei Sewell right tackle. You got Chris Lindstrom, and then you got Creed Humphrey. So, any surprises from anybody? Anything shock y'all?
I'm sorry. You
None at
said who
all.
was that left guard, bro?
Left guard was Joe Thuney.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. From what I've seen this year, I haven't. It's hard to say, but I know Quentin Nelson been damn good this year from what I've seen.
He's been good every year, bro. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for
Calm
showing my boy
down.
some
Oh
love,
He
my
man.
had a few down
gosh.
He
years. Calm down.
no, he's been good every year, bro. He's been good every year.
He's
I'm
been
not.
good
I'm not
every
gonna
year.
lie, man. That's one of them situations that's a toss up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna
Right.
it's gonna
That's why I
come down to team success at that point because
yeah.
they both are the upper echelons at the position, bro. Like you're
Yeah.
not gonna go wrong with either one of them. So that's gonna come down to team success. I'm not gonna lie. Unless one is clearly better than the other.
Thuney's on the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless one is clearly better than the other, it's gonna be up to the better team, bro. Now we're gonna hold you. But anyone else that had anything else to add or interject?
The only thing I want to add is I know this is not, this is the NFLPA. But I do want to say you got Lamar at quarterback and not Josh Allen.
Oh.
If the NFLPA is looking like, all right, hey, Lamar's been the better quarterback this year, is there some type of, doubt that Josh Allen, who was the clear runaway MVP favorite, you feel me, is he really the MVP favorite right now?
Nope, because the narrative, bro. MVP always goes by narrative.
Wait,
It's always gonna go.
what's the narrative?
Well,
Bro, what do you mean narrative, bro?
it's
Lamar
What's the
has
gonna go.
narrative?
It's gonna go by the narrative, bro. One, voter fatigue is gonna kick in. Two, they were talking about Derrick Henry being the MVP candidate for a while. Um, and three, everything in the MVP, like as far as like making the MVP season, it leans towards Josh Allen. I'm not saying he's had the better year stat wise, but just the story and the aura leads towards Josh Allen. I'll give you an example right now. You guys remember that year Kevin Durant went to Golden State, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And Russell Westbrook was there by himself. He balled out. The team did absolutely nothing, but he was the media sunshine because he got left alone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stephon Diggs left. Josh Allen is there. Josh Allen goes on. He has these games where he's scoring 6 total touchdowns. He's balling out. He's doing it. He's making. Like I say, if he wins MVP, his quote will be, "I'm here with guys that care about winning, not stats." That's an MVP bar, bro. He's literally doing the MVP thing on a team where his second best player is James Cook. James Cook isn't a slouch, but James Cook. Then you go to Lamar's side. Lamar's in an offense that's predicated and built on him, but his running mate is who? Derrick Henry. Then if you want to put Saquon in the mix, you go to Saquon and you look at Jalen Hurts total touchdowns, passing as well as with the tush pushes and whatever that Jalen Hurts get. It's just like the narrative is just like predicated on giving it to Josh Allen. It's just his year narrative wise, bro. It's a better story leading up to him, bro.
We're gonna see. I mean, either one of them can win it, so we're gonna see.
No, I'm,
Uh,
I'm
I'm the
just saying
MVP,
because the
man.
NFLPA voted Lamar as the quarterback. You feel me? So I'm just trying to see
yeah,
what y'all
Before,
think.
he
hey,
almost
before we
got
get
50. He almost got 50 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, bro. Like
through,
it's
you
it's
calling him
not
stupid.
it's not really crazy to believe.
Before we
No,
get too
hey,
far,
listen, I
why do
agree.
they call? So I've heard the tush push and I've heard the brotherly shove. Both of those names are Ayo. Like, why do they call him that? Like,
I don't know.
Bro,
It is.
Philly, bro, Philly as a whole is down bad, bro. Will Smith, Meek Mill, it's just, bro, Philly,
Celebrity.
Lil Uzi.
bro, hey, bro, if you hear, I think what's this guy's name? Beanie Siegel did an interview talking about he heard dudes in jail
Oh
will
my
knock you
God,
out
bro.
and bro, I'm not even gonna go in detail on it, but bro, just Philly in general is just down
Oh
Yeah,
bad,
boy,
man.
it's
my
crazy.
gosh.
And lastly, to close that point out, everybody heard of Nick Foles' nickname, right?
Big Dick Nick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Philly, y'all wild, man.
yeah. But
Philly, y'all wild, boy.
Larry, you got anything you want to add or change, or you feel like should have been different?
Nah, I looked at the list. I feel like they pretty much got it right, honestly. Um,
All
I
right,
kind of agree with everyone on the list, honestly, with you, man.
all right. So as long as we all in agreement that Jamar Chase was receiver one, we good. So
Hey, you know
Oh
what?
my
You
God,
know
bro.
what? You know what? You
good.
know what?
I'm good.
You know
I'm
what?
good with it, gang. I'm good
I'm
with it.
feeling good because my boy JJ made the list, so I'm gonna let that one slide. I'm feeling good, so I'm gonna let it
I'm
slide.
just saying, bro. You know they got receiver one and receiver two next to him, so you know who was the number one.
I'm
That's
gonna
all.
let it
That's
slide.
all
Don't
I'm
worry.
saying, gang.
Hey,
That's
it
all.
it only took him what? This is year 3 or 4?
What year 3, year 4?
Hold on now. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I
Cause
think it's his fourth year.
With the
This
better
is fourth
quarterback
year.
too.
a triple crown season is a triple crown season. And don't say the better quarterback because he was doing it with the backup too, with Chase Brown. Don't say that. But let's get into the defensive side though, man. So we're gonna start off with the interior. We got Chris Jones and Jalen Carter. I mean, that's pretty much a set. Then you got
Yeah.
Trey Hendrickson and Myles Garrett as the two ends. And after that, you got Dexter Lawrence as the nose tackle. So that's your front five right there. And then you got Roquan Smith. Then you got Fred Warner as the two linebackers. Then you got Xavier McKinney and Kyle Hamilton as the starting safeties. And for your two corners, you got Derek Stanley and Pat Surtain the second. So anybody got anything they want to say in regards to that?
They tried Jalen Johnson. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry,
Well,
bro.
I'm glad.
I
Listen,
Hey,
mean,
I'm glad.
I
I'm glad somebody said it, dog. Because I'm telling you, bro, the day people actually turn Chicago games on is the day they're gonna realize that nigga is really him for real. That play, bro. Like, but I
yeah,
know,
they
I
tried
know
him.
he ain't make it. I know he ain't make it because the Bears fucking suck. I know
Yeah,
that,
because
bro.
they suck. Yeah, but they tried him, bro. Listen, I listen, Stingley. I'm a big Stingley fan. I've been watching him since LSU. But come on, bro. They tried him. They tried Jalen Johnson.
I got to give credit to Derek Stingley when this dude though, man. I wasn't that big on Stanley coming out of college. I thought he was a little overly aggressive, and I thought he got penalized a lot. So I gotta give him credit, man. He was always a phenomenal
Nah,
athlete,
he's tough, bro. He's tough. Yeah,
but
he's
I thought his technique needed a lot of work, and he's gotten a lot more fundamentally sound. I gotta give him credit for that, man. I'm glad to see it's working out for him. But anyone else got anything they want to interject or feel like someone got robbed or cheated?
Who did you say were the safeties, bro?
Xavier
Xavier
McKinney,
McKinney and Kyle Hamilton.
Kirby Joseph.
for sure. I agree with that.
Yep,
Kirby
yep, yep,
Joseph.
yep,
Kirby
yep,
Joseph.
yep.
It should have
Hey,
been unanimous. I honestly don't even know. I don't even know how they came to that conclusion.
let me ask you something, T. That year, this is a random question, but that year, Diggs led the NFL in interceptions. Was he first team all that? Was he first team that year?
Who?
I think so.
Diggs?
Yeah,
Trayvon
Trayvon Diggs.
Diggs.
Was he first
Yeah,
team
he
that year?
was. He was.
Yes, sir.
He
Yes,
Oh
was.
sir.
my lord! Oh my lord, have mercy.
Yeah, he was first team.
Bro,
Cause
you know they treat interceptions like they touchdowns with
but
cornerbacks.
no,
So
bro
I
was getting
mean,
burnt all
intercept, bro.
year.
Y'all can say what y'all want, but turning the ball over is turning the ball over. Like
no,
we can,
I agree.
No, the
but
point
y'all
was
hold on though. Y'all was going crazy though. Like he wasn't getting hella interceptions. He was creating so many more possessions for his offense.
Yeah,
wait,
Who Diggs?
time out, bro.
yeah.
The point
Diz, I
was
mean, he
time
had
out.
what? How many he had that year? 12,
I think he
11?
had
Yeah.
yeah.
Bro, the point was if he got first team all pro and was getting burnt like that and Kirby it didn't get first team all pro, that's crazy, bro. We're not
Oh,
knocking
No, yeah,
that.
that's true. That's
That's
true.
just
I
that's
thought
just
y'all about to
wild, bro. Like
say.
bro
I'm about
gave
to
up
say y'all
He
crazy.
gave
bro
up
gave
about
up
1,000 yards.
like 1,200, I think. He was getting
Yeah,
burnt. Yeah, he
he
was
was
getting
getting
picks,
burnt.
but he was getting burnt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I for sure thought Kirby Joseph got robbed. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he got robbed. I ain't gonna lie, Will. I'm surprised you didn't say TJ Watt. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, I don't talk about TJ.
Damn.
I don't think he's been the best this year. Like I don't think he just overall. I don't think he deserves first team All Pro, even though like from a statistical standpoint or however they grade it. I think just who he is warrants first team All Pro because he just the type of attention he demands. But it comes to a whole debate, and I don't really feel like getting into all that.
Definitive second though. Did they release second team yet?
Nah, they didn't announce the second team. He definitely gonna be on the second
He's
team.
definitely gonna be second.
Man, I ain't really got no problems with anyone who made it, man. I'm not gonna lie. But I did think Kirby Joseph should have been over Kyle Hamilton for sure.
Yeah,
And I thought Jenna Johnson had an argument to be over Derek Stanley, but again, I know they going off of who doing what and on what team, so I get it. That's why I was kind of surprised that TJ Watt didn't make it, but I guess I mean I don't really have a problem with who made it for Myles Garrett or Trey Henderson because I think Myles Garrett is the best in the business. That's just me though, but whatever he making, I ain't
That's definitely
surprised.
the best in the business.
So
That man getting wasted away, man.
wait, what y'all just said? Who just said what?
Miles Garrett is the best in the
I
business.
already know this
Oh.
this conversation is gonna happen one day. I already know.
I just thought maybe the man who has more of every stat is better than him, but it's okay.
Gang, that is not the measuring stick, man.
Literally every stat, but it's okay.
Myles Garrett is better than TJ Watt, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean that's fine, bro. But at the end of the day, when it comes 15 years from now, the production is gonna speak for itself.
The film will too. That's the crazy part.
Listen, bro, and they're gonna see TJ Watt creating more turnovers.
Yeah, and they go see Myles Garrett lining up over centers and guards.
That's fine, bro. Myles Garrett got to move around to get the production.
That shows the versatility. That's what made Aaron Donald great.
It shows he needs more to get less.
It shows he could do more.
Wow.
That's what
TJ Watt can move around too, but he
cannot. No, he cannot.
Oh, what are you talking about? You
think TJ Watt could get in a 3-point stance over centers consistently and win?
Bro, all right, calm down. You're talking about over.
I'm asking you. That's the question. Is that not what I just said?
But he can switch sides though, bro. So he still moves, right? My thing is
that's not the same, and you know it.
Versatility is cool and all that, bro. But what does it amount to?
Bro, TJ Watt. I'll say this, and we can move on. Myles Garrett is literally has no other running mate by him. TJ Watt is playing with Cam Hayward and Highsmith, who are two damn good interior linemen and edge rush. I mean, one edge rusher and an interior lineman. He has no one supporting him on that front seven. The Browns are terrible in that front seven outside of him. And the dude they took from Notre Dame a few years back, he got hurt. Oh my God, what's his name? He got two last names. What's his name?
Who are you talking about?
The linebacker for the Browns. He got two last names.
Oh, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Yeah. He actually good, but the rest of them, that shit is terrible, bro. TJ Watt, great player, phenomenal player. Myles Garrett just a step above. It's nothing against him. I think he's a phenomenal player. I just think
That's cool, bro. That's cool, bro. All I'm saying is the
Hey,
work.
hey, Will don't believe you look like Cam Hayward.
No, I never said, bro. At the end of the day, it's
Not
always
Cam Hayward. Hey,
it's
that's
always
crazy.
excuses with supporting cast. We talked about quarterbacks, and it was it's always quarterbacks. They do this with supporting cast, yada yada. Then when it comes to other players, it's like they got
Gang, we're
supporting
talking
cast.
about
They
an
got this.
edge rusher, bro. He's double
But
teamed more, and he still produces damn
bro,
near the
TJ
same.
Watt had the most double teams and chips in the league this year. What are you talking about? You can go look it
And
up right now.
Miles Garrett been facing that his whole career and still been doing it. That's my point.
Bro, that's
He's been
fine, bro.
he's been double more than TJ Watt ever has outside of this season. So
Bro,
I don't get your point, bro.
that's fine. That's all fine. But like I said,
Yeah, see, this is
Oh my gosh.
what blows me, bro. TJ Watt for the first time in his career is seeing the looks Miles Garrett gets. He gets the same production. Now the argument flips to him when Miles Garrett been doing it for the past 6 years, and he's been having the same production, and he's doing it as the clear best player on the line. TJ Watt has 2 other All-Pro potential players. Like, what are we
okay,
talking
let's
about?
hold on. TJ Watt is still the clear best player on that line. Let's not do that.
There's not that. All right, that's fair.
Let's not do that.
What
Because
I'm
when
saying
TJ
is,
when TJ was out, Cam was garbage. And let's not do that. Go look at that year. Go look at that year. Hold on. You could say there are other good players on that line. I'll give you that argument. But they're not close to TJ.
and that's fine. That's cool. You absolutely right. They're not. At the end of the day, they're significantly better than anyone who puts on a brown uniform that don't wear 95. That's the point.
I mean that's cool, bro. I definitely respect that. But just like Miles Garrett's the only good player on that line, there's better players in the secondary. All we got is me. The rest of them niggas is bums. They got a decent little secondary there in Cleveland. But better than us, I'll say that.
Shit, they got roasted this year, but hey, you right though. But let's get off
I don't know.
into
Fancy's garbage, bro.
let's get off into the awards and who we think gonna get what exactly. So let's go over the MVP, man, because I know we already discussed that a little bit. MVP, I know we got 2 guys and mentioned and named specifically, so we just gonna call it what it is, man. Who do y'all think has secured the award and why? Like who y'all got? I'm gonna start with you, Larry. Who you got, bro?
Man, I gotta go Lamar Jackson, man. I know, like Breezo said, it kind of is foreshadowed that it might more than likely go to Josh Allen from the quotes to the team that he's been rocking with this year and the lack of talent. But at the end of the day, I at least feel like you cannot deny the year that this man has been having at the quarterback position, man. Even if you taking out his ability to run the football, he has had an amazing year passing the football, and I just honestly believe that he has been playing the best football at the quarterback position this year. So I gotta go Lamar Jackson.
Okay. Who you got, Quincy?
I'm going Josh Allen. I already, pretty much explained my reason why when we had that whole argument about the offenses that they both got. I think that Josh Allen has done well. I'm sorry. At the time, I thought that Josh Allen was doing more with less. Um, but Lamar has proved me completely wrong these past 2-3 weeks. He had a phenomenal year, but I do also believe that voter fatigue will kick in, as it always does with this award. They're not gonna let uh, Josh Allen's great year go unnoticed, and they're gonna reward him with that MVP. But I have no argument against either or. I think both of them had phenomenal years, but me personally,
Sure.
I do think that this year, Josh Allen is gonna win that MVP.
Okay. What you got, Breeze?
Hey Larry, just to counteract what you said real quick. Best quarterback play this year was Joe Burrow, but the MVP is Josh Allen, man. And if the voters are gonna look for any type of metric to decide why Josh Allen is MVP, just take a look at that game against the Rams, where Josh Allen had 6 total touchdowns in a losing effort. It was a
No
competitive game,
turnovers too, by the way.
but it was a competitive game and a losing effort. If Josh Allen has Derrick Henry back there, he wouldn't be putting up 5, 6 touchdowns in the game, and it wouldn't be in a losing effort. That's all I'm saying. Lamar Jackson has been balling, but people got to quit acting like Lamar Jackson is just out there with James Cook in his backfield. Derrick Henry is still a damn good back, a very very damn good back, elite, and the supporting cast does play a role in deciphering, the MVP, how valuable you are to a team. I'm just saying it would be more easy to pick if, let's say, Josh Allen had Saquon back there. Then you can go on, okay, what quarterback does this? What quarterback does that? But when you have the top running duo in the NFL against just Josh Allen by himself, he's a running back duo against that top running back duo, and he's also throwing. And he's also out there, he also had a receiving touchdown this year. Like, bro, come on, bro. Like, he was going crazy this year by himself. James Cook had moments. Lamar Jackson had a hell of a season, but him having Derrick Henry back there didn't help his case at all. It didn't. It only exacerbated what we already knew. Baltimore is pretty damn good running the ball, and Lamar Jackson is going to eat off play action because if you stack the box, there's going to be wide open opportunities. So I'm going to go Josh Allen, man.
All right, go ahead, Will.
I do think Josh Allen's gonna win it. But I do think Lamar deserved it. Last year I felt like Allen deserved it. Um, the one thing I do want to say is like what the one reason that like one of the main reasons Lamar is so successful, aside from how electric he is as a player, is because Baltimore has an identity that suits him. Bro, I watch the Bills, bro, and it's like literally just Josh Allen get out here and do whatever you can to win the game. I just swear to God, like I don't know what the hell they be doing out there. Like what is McDermott's problem, bro? It's like in the playoffs, it's if Josh Allen doesn't go stupid, they don't even look like a competent team. Throughout the season this year, their defense has oh my god, bro. It's like no star quarterback should have a defense that bad. Allen, Burrow, they should not have defenses this bad. Like this year, well, obviously Burrows is on a whole different level. But when you have a quarterback this good, if your offense, like the Bills offense, I look at them and I don't see anything spectacular outside of Josh Allen. And that's a problem because their defense is also not good. It's not championship worthy. The years it has been good, it turns historically bad in the playoffs. So I just look at it and it's just like, even though people don't necessarily deserve or you deserve what you get in life. That's my motto. This is one of them years where it's like, all right, I think Lamar does deserve it on a fundamental level, but I think Allen's just gonna win. That's kind of how I felt last year. Flip flop.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. For me personally, I said it before. I think Lamar Jackson is not only the MVP, but I think he's been the best player in the league this season. I mean, there's only 3 other quarterbacks in terms of seasons because Aaron Rodgers did it twice. There's only 3 other seasons where a guy had 40 plus touchdowns and 4 or fewer interceptions. That was A-Rod, both MVP years, and that was when Brady went. I think the Patriots went 16-0 and lost it in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
And he won MVP. So it's a formula that's being followed, but at the same time, bro, when you look at the games and you actually look at the longevity of the season and its totality, the difference that I argue against Lamar, Burrow, and Allen, because I know a lot of people were saying Burrow had a case if they made the playoffs. Clearly, he's not going to win it now because they didn't make the playoffs. But a lot of people saying he had a case. The difference is that we've seen Josh Allen and Joe Burrow both play underwhelming in games this season. You really have not really seen that from Lamar this year. Now, has he not played phenomenal in every game? Yeah. But he hasn't played like what the fuck was that kind of game? Like Joe Burrow opened up the season terribly against the Patriots. I mean, granted, he went on and finished the year strong in terms of his individual numbers.
Before you finish, did you watch the Ravens' first game against the Steelers? Because he literally looked terrible. The stats weren't terrible, but he himself looked terrible. Missing easy passes. Yes, I understand they had drops and things like that, right? But missing easy passes, missing easy reads, not taking off when he should have. There was they should have won that game by a good margin. So I understand a lot of things fell in Pittsburgh's favor that game, but he also did not look good.
And that's fine. But the thing is, at the end of the day, the game came down to him getting his team in positions to get points on the board, and Justin Tucker missed 3 field goals, and they lost the game by 3 field goals. So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, he still put his team in positions to at the very least compete and win the game. And versus someone like Josh Allen, who's winning games despite the fact that he played absolutely terrible. He was horrible against the Patriots. They won. He was horrible against the Colts. They won. So if we're going to knock the guy for losing a game where he did not look his best, again, I said he hasn't played phenomenal in every single game. He hasn't. But he hasn't been downright terrible. Josh Allen was legit terrible in at least 2-3 games this year. There isn't a single game where Lamar has been downright terrible.
The Bills have no identity outside of Josh Allen going to make it happen. If you watch the games, you clearly see that. I think
that's cool, but that does not change the fact that he has not played well against bad teams. The Steelers is still a good team. At the very least, they're solid teams. The Colts and the Patriots are horrible.
You got to factor that in, man. When your whole team is just you or nothing.
Gang, but this is the problem, though. This is the problem that I'm having with y'all argument. Y'all moving the goalposts, bro. If you're going to say the dude is the MVP because he's Superman, basically, but when I sit here and tell you Superman had kryptonite some of these games, you're gonna tell me, oh, it's because X, Y, and Z, or it's because he doesn't have this or he doesn't have that, or you can't be perfect every game. I'm telling you, the guy who's been the more consistent player throughout the year is the MVP. That's what I'm saying.
So
Superman done got lumped up a few times, bro. You in the comic, you know that.
But he's been the more consistent player with arguably the best sidekick in the NFL. Like, come on, man. Bro, we're acting like Derrick Henry is J.K. Dobbins or something.
I don't get that argument. He's already an MVP though, Breeze. So what is that? How does that negate from him?
But we're acting like Derrick Henry is J.K. Dobbins or something like that, or he's James Cook or something like that. That's Derrick Henry, bro.
Bro, this James Cook slander you be throwing me, killing me.
No,
why you
bro,
talking this man just a bottom middle of the pack running back?
We're not, bro. But if you see James Cook and you see Derrick Henry on the shelf, where you grabbing?
I mean, of course you're taking Derrick Henry. I'm not denying that.
Exactly,
I'm not denying that. But you be acting like that man just there existing. The man is a good player.
Bro, he's a good player, but he's not Derrick Henry, bro.
I mean, that's fair. That's true. I'm not denying that.
So one more question. Let me ask you, what's Baltimore's identity? Run the football, right?
Yeah.
How long has it been their identity? For the longest, right?
Yeah.
And Derrick Henry came in his first year and broke that rushing touchdown record, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that should speak to the type of running back Derrick Henry is, bro. For a team that has that identity of running the football and he comes in 1 year and he breaks that record, and you have an MVP quarterback that's eating off play action, that should let you know, bro, that you got a damn good thing going. Now, if Josh Allen goes out in the playoffs or he goes out in the game and he has maybe, let's say, 160 passing yards, maybe 45 rushing yards, and they lose, it's not the same as Lamar Jackson having 160 passing yards because he has Derrick Henry that was going to run for 120 to 150 and 2 touchdowns, bro. All we just saying is when you're MVP, bro, your supporting cast matters. The Bills are basically the Jaguars without Josh Allen, bro.
Bro, who do you think the
Are
Ravens will
they?
be without Lamar?
They won't be the Jaguars. They'll probably be the Colts.
Nah, gang. They're not winning 5 games. They don't win 5 games without Lamar.
All right, bro.
Wow,
I think
bro.
you're overdoing it a bit. They're winning more than 5 games, bro.
They're not winning
Exactly,
five
bro.
games without Lamar. Y'all are crazy, bro.
Bro,
No,
they
they
have they. Okay, bro. All right.
who first of all, y'all know who their backup is, right? Josh Johnson. We all aware of that, right?
Bro, the Bills
That's my
wouldn't win one game without Allen.
that's my cousin.
You said the Bills win more games without Allen. That
No,
even
they would go, bro. They would go 0-17 without Allen.
bro, regardless of who goes what, they both will be terrible teams. They
Nah, I ain't
both will
know
be
both
bad.
would be terrible now.
Game. They're not winning more than 5 games without Lamar. The Bills ain't winning more than 5 without Josh. I can completely agree with that. But let's
They
not
not win-
act like both teams will be just okay or without the quarterbacks. Or I mean the Ravens, excuse me, will be okay without their quarterback. They won't. They will fucking suck.
Just saying, Baltimore might look like Derrick Henry with Tennessee teams. You never know.
Yeah, and that team was horrible last year.
They won more than
Not
5 games, didn't they?
exactly.
They were horrible last year.
How many
And that's
games
on
did they?
top of them. And
How
that's
many?
on
How
top of
many
them
games did they
having.
win?
You said what? They
How many
won?
games did they
They
win?
won what? 7, I think.
Oh, that sounds like more than 5.
They're
Hey, my
not
math
winning
ain't
more than
that
5
good,
in
but
Baltimore. I don't give a shit.
That was a worse team than the Ravens team.
That was the worst team. Well, I gotta remember the roster real quick. Yeah,
all you gotta remember is
That
Derrick
team was
Henry.
worse, bro.
That's all you gotta remember,
Josh
Derrick
Johnson.
Henry.
Josh Johnson is terrible though. So I mean, I don't
No,
know what y'all think that's.
he's definitely garbage. He's definitely garbage.
I don't know what y'all think that's gonna do. But hey,
Hey, y'all
if
can't
y'all
slander
say,
my cousin, man.
but let's get off into the last subject of the night, man. Before we call it a quits, we're gonna discuss. I know, Quincy been waiting for this. We're gonna discuss Sam Darnold, man. And do y'all think Sam Darnold? I'm gonna start with you, Quincy. You can get the first word in on this. Do you think Sam Darnold is? Oh, he left. But let's get to it. You think Sam Darnold? Anyone can answer. Is he coming back to form? Is he showing who he truly is, or was that game just a fluke?
I think it's a mix. I think that he struggled against a good defensive scheme that
Mm-hmm.
was a coach that could outcoach the Vikings offense. You saw how bad he struggled. And I think that just goes back to the point of what I was saying is the situation in Minnesota is so good for him. But he's always going to have those same flaws, the same not being able to handle pressure when there's real pressure on him. You know what I mean? Because the Vikings offense is so good. They got so many weapons. They're so consistent. They're well coached that it makes it easy for him to decipher. He knows I got Justin Jefferson here, arguably the best wide receiver since AB. I got Jordan Addison, one of the best number twos in the league. I got Aaron Jones, a very reliable running back, especially as a receiving threat. I got TJ Hawkinson, a top 3 tight end. So, you know what I mean? And then the scheme is good. But when he got out coached, when they got out coached from the opposing defense, he looked terrible. So now it's all about, can other teams replicate that, honestly. So do I think he's gonna look that bad every week of the playoffs? No. But if they see the Lions again, could I see him looking that bad? Yes. I think they're gonna play the Eagles next week if both teams win. So would he look that bad against them? I believe so. Maybe even worse. I think these are the things like those top teams. I think he's going to struggle against because he still fears that pressure. When he's feeling that pressure, he does not look good.
Okay. There go Quincy. Uh, Larry, you got what you got, brother?
I think Sam Darnold is an okay quarterback in a very good system. I'm still not really high on him, honestly, as a quarterback in the league. But I don't think that, especially for how he played this year, I don't think that Detroit game will derail him in a sense. I think he'll bounce back. Even though I still got the Rams winning, I do think he would play well enough to keep Minnesota in the game or to get them in the game winning scenario. I think it was just like Will said, it was just a good scheme by a good coach with a good coaching staff. I think he just put something together that really just kind of ruffled feathers for Sam Donald. As he said in New York, he saw ghosts because he did miss 2 to 3 wide open touchdowns to Justin Jefferson and what's my man's name? Jordan Addison. So I
Uh-huh.
think I think he's gonna be able to bounce back against LA good game wise, but I don't think he is this great quarterback either. I don't think he's no max quarterback. I think he's just an okay guy who has benefited from a really good situation.
Okay. What you got? What you got, Quincy? You talk about your boy Sam Darnold.
Man, y'all already know what I gotta say about that boy, man. He is, don't get me wrong, he has gotten better. He was terrible. Well, his situation was bad too, but he was bad when he first got into the league. Bad on the Jets, bad on the Panthers. But again, two terrible situations. Sam Darnold is a good game manager. He's a great game manager, but that's all Sam Darnold is. That's all he's gonna be, a game manager. Sam Darnold is not in that tier of, Jalen Hurts. He's not in the tier of Matthew Stafford, Josh Allen, Lamar, Joe Burrow. He's not even in the Tua tier. He's not in the Justin Herbert tier. He's not in the CJ Stroud tier. You get what I'm
That's
saying? He's
bro. No, yeah, Tua is
You
better than
you
Matt Stafford at this point.
no, no. But I'm saying I'm not talking about Matt Stafford. Now I'm talking about Matt Stafford. On the Lions. You get what I'm saying? Like bad teams and still balling out, still
Okay,
putting up
okay.
numbers. I'm not talking about right now. No, no, hell no. But he's not in that tier of a guy that you're gonna go out, put him out there with a bad team, and he's still gonna try and will the team to a victory. That's not Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold he's just like Brock Purdy, just like Jimmy G, just like Alex Smith. You put him on a good team, a good situation, he's gonna deliver you, you know, good results. But the minute you throw some fire his way, the minute you throw some dirt, some dust, he's struggling. You
you
get what
you
I'm
feel the
saying?
same way about golf?
Yeah, hell yeah. I
Oh,
rock,
okay,
man. They almost killed me when I said that.
no,
Wait,
just
whoa!
making
Don't say
sure.
they, because I'm not a golf fan. I think
Man,
that.
I don't. It was on this. I don't remember who. I remember it wasn't this same group. It was the other group you had, and I was like, Jared Goff is in a great situation right now. Jared Goff and then I remember somebody was like, "What you tripping?" No, same thing, bruh. Jared Goff and
Probably
Sam
Mike.
Darnold.
If you're talking about Facebook, probably Mike. Bro. He be tripping.
Jared Goff and Sam Darnold are in great situations right now. They're not guys that you're gonna go out there and put, on bad teams and hope that you feel me. They're gonna deliver wins. They're gonna will you to a wild card appearance, a playoff appearance. That's not who they are. You put them on good situations, good teams. They'll deliver decent, good results. But are they guys that I'm gonna go out there and trust to win a Super Bowl? No, hell no.
Oh, all right, that's cool. And by the way, Will. I'm definitely taking Stafford over to it right now. I'm not gonna lie to you, but that's another conversation for another day. Breeze, what you got?
Man, I just think like everyone said, it was a great scheme that was drawn up to expose his flaw. But if we're judging him off that one game, like that one game doesn't outshadow like what he did this whole season. Now, does other team have the personnel to replicate what Aaron Glenn dialed up? That will have to be seen. But if we're being real, we can say the same thing about every other quarterback. Every other quarterback has a flaw. Like the thing with the Pittsburgh Steelers, what they make Lamar Jackson do, they contain him. If you keep Lamar in that box and you contain him, you force him to be a passer. He's a capable passer. But Lamar Jackson isn't going to sit there and drop back 40 times a game and be surgical. Nah, that isn't his play style. Same thing with Tom Brady. What they would do, they would get Tom Brady out of that phone booth. You crash that phone booth on him. Make him mobile. Make him move around. He doesn't want to move around. He wants to stay in that pocket. With Mike Vick, contain him. Cam Newton, contain him. Don't let him get outside the box. Don't let him anything. So, every quarterback has flaws. I just think Aaron Glenn really did his homework and dialed it up really good to where he exposed Sam Darnold's flaws. Now it's up to Sam Darnold to, replicate and, try to figure out a way to play through those flaws and get better at his shortcomings. I think he'll be better throughout the playoffs, and if they eventually run into Detroit again, I think schematically they'll probably send Aaron Jones to block more, or they'll probably have more chip blocks or more anything just to help him out in that area. But I think this is as low as it's going to be for him, and I'm glad they got that material before the playoffs, so now they have things to build on moving forward. Because everybody can say, hey, we're going to do this the way the Lions did it, but they may not have the personnel to do what the Lions did. So, I think moving forward, Sam Darnold will be all right, man.
Okay. And I think this was a hiccup game for Sam. I don't like I said earlier, man. I don't think he's any phenom at the position. I know a lot of people have been putting him in conversations like MVP, saying he deserves some consideration for it. No, I think he's a for sure lock for comeback player of the year. I think that's for sure. But I'm not. I wasn't hearing the MVP chance, but I think this is just one of them outlier games. I think he'll be fine coming into the game, especially against a weaker secondary against the Rams. And I mean, I got him winning the game, so I don't think he's gonna be that bad. I mean, I think he's gonna have a really good game. But before we close out, man, what's y'all opinions on the whole Tyreek Hill situation, and do y'all really think he's gonna leave? I'm gonna start with you, my boy. Larry, what you got, bro? I know you got something to say about it. We've been living this
Hey,
for a long time.
hey, trade him. Get as much value out of him as you can, bro. We ain't doing all that diva stuff, bro. We appreciate your time here. We appreciate what you did. We don't appreciate how you played this season. We're gonna get as much value out of you as we can.
Okay.
If you want to make
So
it a scene, we gonna make it a show. So we gonna get them going. That's it.
okay. Anybody else want to add anything?
Grass ain't green on the other side, man. This is exactly what he gets. Usually, I'm all pro player. I'm all for players do what's best for you, but I think Tyreek Hill forgot everything that he was dealing with in college. The Chiefs still took that chance on him. Even when he got into the league and he was bullshitting around, the Chiefs still stuck by his side. And he stuck it to the Chiefs. And he went to Miami, got his money. But now he's starting to see the grass ain't green on the other side, man. Tua ain't
Stuck it to the
Mahomes.
Chiefs. Did he get traded? How he get stuck? How they stick it to the Chiefs?
Because bro, he requested the trade, bro. He didn't resign because
Mhm.
they
But
couldn't conjure they couldn't look, bro
requesting a
they
trade
could
doesn't mean sticking to a team, bro.
bro he
He
did it
just
because
didn't
they
want to be
couldn't
there.
conjure they couldn't conjure up enough money to get him what he wanted, bro. But at the same time, it's like damn, like if I look out for you, and I mean I got your back when you're at your lowest point, and I take a chance on you, you can't look out for me. That's why I said usually I'm pro player, but in this situation he was wrong, bro. He was wrong in this situation, bro.
Bro, there is no wrong in business, bro, when it comes to players choosing what they think is best for them, bro. You never know until you make that decision. He made the
That's why
Yeah,
decision
I'm
to
about
we're
to say,
retire.
I
speaking
wouldn't
on
I wouldn't say anyone's wrong in the situation per se. I just think both sides did what was best for them.
we're
I think
speaking
he
in
made a
hindsight,
bad
Get
bro.
decision
get as
on
much
leaving.
as you can.
You're not
But
gonna get
at the end
much,
of the
bro.
day, the Chiefs also
You're not
took
gonna
the
get
lead.
much with Tyreek Hill.
Not at this moment because he's disgruntled, bro. You're not gonna get much. What contender is gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna send a huge package to Miami because Tyreek Hill is available. They know he doesn't want to be there, bro. They know he's disgruntled now. So typically, what you would do is either a low tier team is gonna send you something that they have, and he plays that 1 year there and then signs where he wants to go, which is probably Kansas City, because you guys aren't gonna take that huge pay cut and cut him. So,
That's why you trade them and get as much value as you can.
which is probably what they're probably gonna get. They're probably gonna get lowballed, maybe a 3 and a 4, possibly a 2 at
Man,
max.
you reach out to a team like the Raiders, who's building an offense. You got Brock Bowers, who's a force right now. You reach out to him, you see what you can get. You know what I mean? Those type teams, the Colts, all those type teams.
No, we don't want them. We good. We
Yeah,
don't
well,
need
you're
that.
also not ownership, so you can't really say what the Colts want.
But yeah, we don't need that, bro.
That man better than every receiver in that locker room, bro.
Hey man, we don't need that.
By a significant margin. Like
Hey,
there's
that's
no.
fine. We just don't need that.
That's fine, bro.
Send
You
him,
can say
send him
that
to
you don't need
Pittsburgh.
it. You could say you don't need it as a fan,
Hey,
but
send
yeah,
him to Pittsburgh,
GMs make
man.
moves. No.
Send him to Pittsburgh. Let him duo up with GP. Y'all got to crash out, boys.
No, we're about to draft bro from uh Ohio State.
Who got Ohio State? Egbuka?
Yeah.
We're drunk right now, man. Hey, Tavares left, man. Hey,
We're the real crash out game.
I like Egbuka though. He cool.
Yeah,
Bro,
Booker nice, man. He
Steelers
nice.
love offensive crash outs, man. Bell, Brown, Bryant, GP.
You
It's
said
always
who was what?
we love offensive crash outs. Bell, Brown, Bryant,
Yep,
GP.
that's true. Hell, even Big Ben. Big Ben crashed out technically.
Yeah, he crashed
wow,
out.
wow, that was dark.
Ah.
Larry, you ain't shit, boy. Man, that man had a motorcycle crash. You talking about how?
Oh, I was even referring to that incident. That's crazy. I forgot about that.
Talking about them girls, bro.
That boy definitely crashed out, bro. Pittsburgh is crash out city. James Harrison.
Hey, man, I guess that boy T gone. Hey, so what's up? Y'all boys ready to close out?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Something always wrong with that man shit.
Hey, listen, man. Y'all know, like, comment, subscribe. We always get the last word. Y'all boys have a nice
Yep. Always get the
Hey,
last word. Shout out the last word. You feel me? Shout out
shout
to the
out Last
Dolphins,
Word
trade Tyreek
Production.
Hill.
Shout out to Last Word Production, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, share,
My
subscribe.
bad, y'all. My connection got the tripping, but
Shit,
Cheers, man, boy.
we did the whole outro for you, boy.
I appreciate it, man. But hey,
Make sure you clip that.
I bet. Appreciate y'all tuning in, whoever tuned in. Yeah, be sure to like, subscribe to the channel, man. Last Word Productions, we always here with it every Thursday night. And we see y'all in the next one, man. Y'all have a good night.
You know it, man.